Awesome. Let's do this. Hello, hello.
What the fuck? I wasn't ready.
What do you mean? You said ready.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What if you like naked and he's like in the shower? Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Oh, see, it's so explosive. So explosive. So you're just blowing up the place like crazy. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Welcome to the show. Hello, hello.
Well, hello. How you doing?
So I'm doing great. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. You know, it was a day off for me, so I was able to relax, sleep in. It's really nice.
Hell yeah.
I know, right? I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have a couple days off. It's been a while. I've been working a lot. I don't know about you, but yeah. I've been working a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I've worked a lot. I took 2 weeks off. I've been working in my job for 2 years without taking a break.
Oh.
Decided finally taking off like a 2-week break.
Dude.
Just kind of just chilling.
Nice.
Not doing anything.
You know, you need that every now and then. Like, I don't like.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially nowadays with the kind of job market it is and like how expensive everything. Just having a couple of weeks. Just relax.
Yeah. Just take it slow.
Just take it slow. Take it slow. I love like those kind of like moments when it comes to like, oh yeah, you taking a couple weeks off. You're gonna do anything special, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna go home and relax.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know.
Just gonna sit down, open my PlayStation, and just that's it.
I love it. Well, that's really cool. I like to hear that. Well, for those who don't know what this is, it's a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host each and every week. We'll get to know a brand new VTuber, and this week we have a very explosive VTuber to get to know. See what I did there? How about you? Okay, nice. How about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Well, hello everyone. I'm obnoxious. I'm a bomb.
You are the bomb.
I'm the bomb.
You're the bomb.
I don't really have an intro. I just kind of do my own thing. I just do it, and I play video games. Sometimes I get angry, but that's okay.
You get angry? What?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. Especially when I'm playing some fucking bullshit like Dark Souls 1 SL1 is a stupid boss or something.
Yeah, I think if any game that can make you pissed off is definitely a From Software game. 100.
Absolutely. I love them to death.
Oh, yeah.
I hate them to death.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. It's like I love to hate it.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. I remember seeing this meme of like this guy who's getting pissed off at like the game's like, oh my god, I can't believe a keyboard is sucking at this. And the girlfriend comes up and is like, why don't you stop playing? And it's like, no, I love this game. This game is freaking awesome.
I love this game.
Yeah, it's great.
I saw a meme which was like someone destroying or throwing their controller on the floor and everything's like, I hate this game. and then it's just like, okay, well, let me pick back up the controller and continue playing.
That's why like, there's like a stress controller that you can have on the side. Yeah. Like you put down your nice expensive controller, go to the stress and then pick up a nice controller. I like it.
That's why I've been having fun playing Astrobot recently. That game is just so
fun.
Chill.
It's chill. It's
fun.
good.
It's just a chill,
we need a game
fun
like that. I like it. I'll get into that one second because I think that's actually really funny that you talk about this. But hello, damn pretty kitty. I have a damn pretty kitty following me. Man, that's awesome. I love it. Nice to meet you. And Will has a spin for you, so we'll actually get into that spin. That'll be our first question of the day. So let's get into that. And for those who are new to here, we will be asking 15 questions to a lovely guest right here, and we're gonna go into stuff like how they first got started. We'll get into like fun facts about them. We'll get into like how their Marty got inspired by, and all the other cool fun facts. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, get some popcorn, and it's gonna be explosive time. You'll like it. You like all these like puns I'm just throwing out here. I'm coming with this.
It's gonna be a blast, guys.
It's gonna be a blast, guys. I love it. That should be your like catchphrase. It's gonna be a blast. I feel like that'd be a good one. You look like that one Five Night Funkin' character. He looks like a Funkin' character. Wow.
We don't
know about him. Yeah. Well, completely opposite of what we were talking about just a bit ago. Do you have an ideal date for a bomb? Yeah. I'm just. Hey, Will's asking you this question, so I know if he has some weird motives going on right now. But I'm saying, he's just bomber. He's bomber man. He's just a bomber man.
I don't know. I honestly feel like just like Doing some chill stuff, nothing too bad. You know what? Actually, I kind of have my ideal day because I actually went with my girlfriend once, and we kind of just went to the flea market to get some shelves, some glass shelves to put like figurines in there and stuff. When we arrived, like we went to her mom's place to steal her van, so we have enough space in the car to, to bring them back home. So we went there, we stole it. Well, stole it with consent, of course. So it wasn't really stealing.
I was gonna say, like frick, she stole a van. We learned so much about you.
And then we went to the mall, not the mall, the flea market. We went to go see the shelves, and they were gone. So we're like, oh well, that's a fucking bummer. So we decided to just drive around in her mom's van and go to like Value Village and stuff like that, and like thrift stores. And we saw a really, really good, like, small little couch. And one of my dreams in living on my own was to have, like, my office and have a little part with my TV and a couch and have all my consoles so I could just, work, do all my thing, and go chill on the couch. So we found that, and we're like, that looks good. That looks really good. Let's bring it back.
That looks really good.
Yeah, my couch. But we brought it back and put it in my office, and then we're like, well, I need a TV stand. So we checked like 17 different ads on Marketplace, and we asked them like, oh, is this available? Is this available? Can we pick it up today? Can we pick it up today? And someone, just now. So we got it, and we brought it back home, and then I had my little night where I chilled, and I just finished Final Fantasy VII, and it was chill. I liked it.
Nice. I love that the ideal day is literally just doing manual labor and like moving furniture around. That's your ideal date.
To me, as long as I'm with her, I'm just happy doing mundane stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which is totally fine, and I think that's adorable. Yeah. I like that about you guys. You just hung out. It was a good time. It was a good time. You got stuff done. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I like that. And damn, pretty kitty, you have been noticed. You have been very noticed. But
it's also the fact that it was manual work, but like we had plans at the beginning, and just everything went wrong, and we just decided, well, let's see where the day takes us, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it was nice because it went from like something that you had plans for. It didn't go well, but instead of like kind of sulking and like getting pissed off about it, you kind of just did other things and it ended up being better than it was before.
Yeah,
this is good. It's pretty good. All right, going back to what we were talking about before,
yes.
Concord was a huge flop. Can we agree? Concord, terrible game. 100% Sony's fault. 100% Sony's fault.
Absolutely.
I love how like they did so terrible, and they even had the new CEO come out and says, man, we have like no IPs to work off of, and everyone's like, what the frick are you talking about?
And then like a day later, they released Astrobot, which is a huge celebration.
Which is huge celebration. Exactly, like huge celebration, talking about all the amazing IPs on there, and it does insanely better than Concord. It's kind of like, Sony, maybe if you just release games based off of your already existing great IPs you already have, and just focus on good gameplay and good storytelling, maybe you actually will do better, than trying to chase the market of like all these other copycats and try and do something that everyone else done but better.
I've noticed a big difference between Concord and Astrobot, and that is how the other like external Sony developers reacted to it. Every single like other developers were being like, guys, go play Concord, please, we're begging you to play Concord.
Please, Concord, I need to play Concord.
Yeah. Sony told us that you guys should go play Concord, but for Astrobot it was like, they're all like so proud to see like their little version of Astro of their characters and such, like on the shoulder of Nathan Drake and stuff. And I feel like it just shows how much more passion there was between Astrobot and
Concord. Yeah, it's just so interesting to see like two completely opposite games.
Yes.
Like they're so different every sense of the word. The only thing that really tied them together is that Sony was trying so hard to get people to really play Concord, and they pretty much just announced Astrobots as like, hey, this is our next game, hope you enjoy it, and that's kind of it.
I saw the funniest thing about Concord to me, or the funniest meme I saw, was there's been a meme saying that Astrobot is the first game for PlayStation, because like there's been a meme saying, oh, the PlayStation 5 has no games, and people say, oh, the PlayStation 5 officially now has a game, being Astro Bot. And I saw someone said, could we technically say that since Concord was also a game and it got taken down, we're at -1?
We're still negative in that.
Yeah, we're negative, so now that we have one game being Astro Bot, we're still at 0.
Still at 0, still don't have anything else. Which,
Yeah.
now that I think about it, yeah, I was thinking back and it was like, well, what about Ghost of Tsushima was God of War? And I was like, wait a second. Technically,
Ragnarok.
yeah, that
Ragnarok
one was
PS5.
PS5, but like technically, all those other like IPs that we know them about were PS4, then got remastered to PS5.
Spider-Man 2 got PS5 as well.
Yeah, that was PS5. Yeah, so there's a couple. There's a couple.
There's a couple. It's just, I don't know. I like my PS5 personally. You know,
I love my PS5. Good.
console.
I think it's great. I use that majority of all of my consoles.
Oh, same. Same. I don't know, but playing games on my computer, like at my desk, just doesn't hit the same anymore. It's just now that I could play on the couch on a big TV like Elden Ring, it's like I don't
Old school.
want to. Yeah, it just feels good. It's just like it's fun to play on a monitor, but like the couch is great.
Yeah, the couch is great. Like it's old school. Like that's what it is. Like I remember growing up playing on the couch in front of like with my brother and some of my friends. We all play like Halo. We would all play like Super Smash Brothers. Like we would just sit on the couch and vibe and chill. It was great. But like nowadays, like everyone likes to play on the PC, which is great. Don't get me wrong. But like
absolutely.
I grew up a very old school, where like I played a lot of consoles because we couldn't afford these nice PCs back when I was a kid. We could only afford the consoles. So like PCs were like this like strategy games like Civilization or Sims kind of stuff like that. I wouldn't play shooters on like a mouse and keyboard. It wouldn't work out for me. I would have to have a controller for me. So I agree with you 100% that like, it just hits different. It just hits super different.
I bought a Steam Deck also, and my thought was, oh, well, even if I don't play it on the go all the time, I could plug it into the TV and play. The problem with that is that the graphics become shit, and the frame rate becomes shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, having a PS5 is just, it's the best. The PS5 is just such a good...
PS5 is the best, How about his character was demoted to Astro Boy to Bot? The Astro Bot. Demoted to Astro Bot. Well, like, I'm pretty sure, like... It was demoted. What was it before?
Well, like the mascot?
Yeah, was it? I thought it was Astro Bot the whole time. Was this something else?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, Kitty.
Yeah. How about his character was demoted to Astro Bot? Because the Astro Boy, we know who that is. That's an anime character. That's one of the originals. So like,
I think he's saying that some character got demoted, or some guy was complaining. Some guy got was complaining that his character was demoted to Astro Bot or something. Let's spend the entire stream trying to decipher what Kitty means.
Decipher what it means. Like, what could it be? They capitalized the A in about, but they also capitalized the Astro and boy. But they said boy instead of bot, but then they changed it later. But what if they actually meant it actually boy and they try to trick us with a bot? I'm joking. Anywho's, let's get on with the first question of the night. Are you ready?
Yes.
The best way to start these interviews is to start from the very beginning. Wait, hold on. Very important. Kitty responded.
Let's see.
Kitty responded. A director of a game that was on PlayStation complained that his character was put into a small game that is Astro Bot. Oh,
was it the demo or like the demo that comes with the PS5?
No,
Playroom?
Maybe Astro's Playroom, but I think what he meant was that I think that was a game developer who got really irritated that his game was only known and like pretty much got pushed in as like, because in Astro Bot, not in the Astro like game, different IPs were dressed up as Astrobot. I'm guessing the guy complained that his character was put into that. Days Gone. Dude, I hate the Days Gone dude. I really don't like him. He's so egotistical, like...
I feel like Days Gone was just... I saw that game when it came out.
It was okay. His game
so
was
it's just
okay.
Right to Hell Retribution, but not dog shit. Like,
Yeah, it was okay. Everyone, he would say that it was the next end all be all of games. No one played it because it was another zombie game during the plethora of zombie games we got.
Yeah.
So obviously no one wanted to really play it too much. And then when the game got like a cult following, he blamed those people who his fans, saying that you're the reason why my game is doing terrible because you didn't buy it at a full price. And ever since then, he's just always been a kind of an a-hole, you know?
Okay, wait, hold on, I found it. Days Gone creative director John Garvin tweeting that he's not amused that his game's hero, Deacon St. John, has been reduced to a cartoon shill promoting some small game.
Small game? Dude, yeah,
here,
this
dude.
guy's an a-hole. Nah, anything he makes, I'm not gonna play. Is this the way you treat? Come on, man. I think we all forgot about Days Gone until he brought this up, you know? Guy's game failed,
game until I saw a character I didn't recognize in Astro Bot, and I was like, who the fuck is that? That's
Who's
forgettable
that?
as hell. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, no, it's Days Gone.
Oh, yeah, Days Gone. Isn't that just that zombie game? Yeah, it's just a zombie game. Yeah, that's all it is. Oh, it's not a zombie game. It's something else. It's it's a zombie game.
It's an infected game.
Yeah, it's a zombie game. It's just, come on. But yeah, no, that guy just trying to cause more controversy that it really deserves. But anyway,
his game failed.
Glad's failed. It failed. I know. I just if you blame your fans for not liking your game, you're definitely not doing the right thing. You know. I miss those days where you open up a game case and it literally says, "Hey, thank you for playing my game. I really appreciate you." It's oh, thank you so much. I like that. Oh, instead of this guy who's like, "Oh my god, you guys didn't play my game when it was full price and now we failed, so you're the reason why we don't get a sequel." It's geez, dude, come on, man.
Well, maybe nobody wanted a sequel.
No one wants a sequel. I don't want another open world zombie game. If I did that, I'll just play DayZ.
Yeah, or
Dying Light, or 7 days,
Dead Island.
Yeah, Dead Island. So many zombie games. I'm saying there's so many more. I know.
Sunset Overdrive. It's
that's a good game. That's Sunset Overdrive is a really
cool.
good game. I realize that. Let's get a sequel to Sunset Overdrive instead. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, Sunset Overdrive sequel. Let's do that.
We need that.
we do. Alright, so enough about terrible developers. So the first question I always like to ask for all my interviews is how you guys first got started. So answer this. When and why did you want to get into streaming in the first place?
Well, I grew up watching content, video game content and stuff, and Let's Plays and stuff. So in my mind, I always wanted to do that. Of course, as I grew up, right, my taste in content changed. So I started loving, I loved, Let's Plays, and then I started liking commentary, and then now I love long video essays on games. So I've always wanted to make content YouTube videos. I'm not really much of a stream guy. I've never really enjoyed Twitch streams. That's just not attention span too short. So for me, I need I don't know. To me, I don't see the point of a live stream where you could just watch highlights, because to me it's most streamers are just kind of dead air, and then sometimes something funny happens. So that's why I've never really enjoyed it. I just started streaming because I thought, I got my Xbox One at one point, my first Xbox One, and I'm like, oh, I can stream with this. Let me do it. Let me try it out. And it was pretty fun. So when I got my PC, I just continued doing it, and I just continued doing it, and I got, I changed and changed and changed, and that's pretty much it.
Cool, I like it. Now, I like it a lot.
Now, I'm expecting, because there's no mention of VTubing in here, so I'm expecting there's another question that's coming up right now. How did you start becoming a VTuber? So
yeah, it's almost like the next question coming. Oh, oops, I didn't hit that button. Oh, oops. Dang. It's totally did not have that on there. But going back to what you were saying before, I actually do like that a lot, because streaming is the new form of media that everyone going ham on. Everyone wants to become a streamer. Everyone wants to do streamer. But being just a regular YouTuber who creates really cool content And I've seen some of your videos. Totally not stalking you, by the way. Totally not stalking you. But I saw some of your videos, and they're actually really funny. I just like all the animations you put into like that. I love the quick cuts on it. It's really cool and really impressive. So.
Was it the Dark Souls 2 videos?
Yeah, it was Dark Souls 2 videos.
That's my favorite videos.
They're good. They're really fun. I like them a lot.
Thank you.
Of course. And like, I think that's like what a lot of people don't realize, that like as a streamer, yeah, it looks really easy and good because all you do is just play a game and people just come and watch you. But to actually be a good content creator, you kind of have to release other things and do other things. And I think the streaming was just there just to place onto it, like as the kind of like optional thing. But really, I think your content is definitely going to stay around a lot longer. Like streaming will probably die off after a time because everyone's going to realize that it's just a lot of dead air and just random moments of like really funny things, and people are going to realize that and stop watching a lot of the streams. And then people are going to realize that, oh, maybe instead of just streaming and just doing a whole bunch of nothingness and just waiting for good moments to happen, how about we just post the good moments and just highly cut those things, and we will bring back the game, like the game let's plays, you know. I'll just have them do that. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm looking for it.
I've done stream highlights, and as much as those like are fun, I feel like I still enjoy watching them because it's just fun. Because to me, it's like, oh, I made this, you know, I made this video. My only kind of gripe with that is just that editing that stuff is just so tedious. It's so really tedious. And that's why I want to start making more like kind of long, semi-long form. Of course, I mean, long form is, you know, 20-30 minutes maybe. You know, when I think of a long video, I personally think of like 7 hours because that's what I watch. But I don't watch it all in one day.
That's a work shift right there for me. So I was like, cool.
Well, I work from home, so I can do whatever I want.
I guess that works out perfectly for you. Yeah.
But I want to make like kind of longer video. Like I've got one video in the cooking right now called it's a video I want to make about video game progression systems, like skill trees and stuff, and bad video game progression systems. So for example, one of those systems would be Junction from Final Fantasy VIII, because I feel like that system is very flawed.
I don't know much about that one, so I'll have to wait for the video to come out to see the progression on that. The only thing I think about is whenever like the difficulty, you know, when progression, because the whole point of progression is that you start from something really easy, and as you work on, you get a challenge, and the challenge needs to progress with you as you get better. You know, when you level up, it needs to get harder, so you have more of a challenge. But I don't like it when games freaking just make the character like hurt more. Yeah, like they hurt more and they're harder to kill because they have squishy bodies. Like that's not good progression, you know. And like a lot of games do that, you know, like Genshin. Even though I love Genshin Impact, they are notoriously known for doing that.
Yeah, because it's easy. It's easy to just do that. Of course, I feel like stuff like Dark Souls does that well, because it's not really tied to your level. Your level, as much as you can level up as much as you want, you're gonna be overpowered if you over level.
Yep.
You're always gonna be overpowered. But it's the areas that give you more and more challenge as you go through it, and you get new enemies that do either more damage or do bigger attacks and stuff like that, or that are harder to dodge. And I feel that Souls games do that very well. I feel if you just talk about like skill tree wise, I feel like Borderlands does skill trees pretty well, just because I feel like all the skills are fun, and like it's so cool to just see all the little icons and see what they do. Everything is simple to read and stuff, and like there's some cool skills. Like, let me think of one. There's one in Borderlands the pre-sequel where the more money you get, the more damage you do. But if you spend money, you lose all your stacks of like money.
Yeah, no, like I remember playing ZZZ, and I was doing one of the like random kind of things, and one of them was that your damage multiply goes up by 15% if your money pool is under a certain amount. And so right before I fought the last boss, I just spent as much money as possible, and then I was able to like do a really good job against the boss, which I thought that was a really cool mechanic. I'd never done that kind of experience before. I'm the hoarder kind of person. I always like to hoard as much stuff as possible, and at the end I'm like, oh cool, I didn't use any of it, and it's all waste. So like it made me use up my stuff, so it was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I would say like like Persona also has a really good like progression system, because like you said, I think a good progression system has rewards for you that changes the game a little bit as you go on to the actual game, you know. So I like those kind of elements. So I can't wait to see your video. I'll be checking it out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
It's gonna take a while to come because I gotta do 3D animation for it. But
well,
it's at one point it's gonna come out.
Well, at one point, I'll be looking forward to it. I'm be looking forward to it.
Thank you.
All right, so now VTubing. I know, right? VTubing. Fun topic, right? Let's get into it. What do you like the most about being a VTuber gamer?
Honestly, it sounds like a kind of a cliche answer, but honestly, I just like meeting new people because I've met so many cool people through the lens of like VTubing and stuff, and I feel like as like just a regular webcam streamer and like content creator, it's harder to find collabs because the concept of collabing isn't as common as in the VTuber scene. And
it's hard.
Yeah, and also I just like having a fun character and having just a bunch of art of my character and stuff. And that's just really, I don't know, I just think it's fun, and a lot of times it's fun to have interactions with the models and stuff. That's really it. I just like meeting people. That's the fun part.
Which is like, that's what I do. I do it all the time. I meet new people, and I think it's really fun. But like, I think what I meant was that, like, so as a content creator myself, I can't do a lot of the things that you can do. You have facial animations. You have a character. You have a brand. You have this image of yourself that you can mold and do. And having the cool art of that, it'd be kind of hard to do art of me. You know, I feel like it just looks like this is some white guy with like a very red beard with game grumps on him. You know, it's not that special, but you can actually do some cool stuff, and like even doing streams is really cool because you can actually have really cool elements. Like I still love the TOS kind of like the throwing things at the VTuber stuff. Like those are cool. I actually tried to do that. It did not work out. I just had a friend in the corner just like throw things at me when someone redeemed it. It was great, but then it would knock my stuff down. Not very useful. And you gotta
have a person all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And like, she's definitely not over here anymore, so it's kind of hard to do that redeem anymore. But the main thing is that like you actually have a character that you can actually have fun little aspects to it. That's a little bit different than someone like it's a little more like flesh tuber like myself. But yeah, no, I like it a lot. Okay, so like it's definitely different, but I will say this though. The only reason why they actually, when I first did these interviews, the VTuber interviews like this before, it actually came from me trying to collab with other flesh streamers, and this was when I first started out. So I had barely anyone following me. No one really cared about this random same gamer guy kind of reaching out to them, you know. But then I met a VTuber who was super chill, super awesome, and we're still friends to this day. And like we just had a talk show kind of thing, and then he introduced me to some of his VTuber friends, and we started to get to know about those. And just I think VTubers are just super like comfortable to interact with, you know. You can just like talk to a majority of them and they will all come on your show or just like collab with you. So it's usually really cool, a lot easier than us flesh tuber people.
Well, it's just like, I feel like with like flesh tubers, just like, oh, you want to collab? It's like, why? Who are you?
Who are you? Just go away, you know. But like as a VTuber, be like, oh my god, your design is so cool and so awesome. My design too. Cool. Let's hang out. Yeah, let's hang out. You know, that's kind of what happens.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. It's just that easy. I love it. It's so good, so good. But yeah, next question for you is that you are like a retro bomb character VTuber, right?
Yeah, kinda.
I know that I have interviewed a couple of this design. Do you know like Vox? Little Polly. Like, do you know Vox?
I do not know. How is it written?
Let me look her up.
Hypervox.
Yeah, Hypervox. Yeah, you know Hypervox.
Yes, I know Hypervox.
Yeah, so I have her on my show too. So like she's really cool. She's really awesome.
Oh,
person.
Nice.
Yeah, she's really awesome. I just love her like aesthetic from like No Straight Roads. Buddy, have you played No Straight Roads?
Nope.
You need to play No Straight Roads. It's like fits your aesthetic pretty well. Like it's a music rhythm game, but it's also an action platformer.
What is it called? No Straight Roads?
No Straight Roads. Definitely recommend playing. That's another really great underrated game that more people need to play. Like it fits your style. It fits your style.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Definitely recommend. Definitely recommend. You, I would recommend making a video on it because it again does two things. It makes it a rhythm game and a platformer hack and slasher, which you don't see very often. So it's really cool. It's really cool. And the music slaps.
I think I've seen gameplay of this.
So
I think
good. The music slaps so hard. You'll love it. But the main question I was going to ask you is, what do you bring to the VTuber community that helps you stand out a little bit?
Nothing.
Just nothing. Just nothing. Nothing at all. Just.
I feel like me myself being like kind of a trend hater and kind of a contrarian. I feel like in a lot of sense whenever I see a trend or like someone that does like a trend, like a while ago there was that one trend where everyone would post their VTuber character in like a NSFW pose or whatever and say men will see this and just say mating press, right? There was that trend a bit ago. And the way I did it, because I kept seeing this and I just thought it was stupid, because it's just, my problem with trends like this is just I feel like it's just everyone does the same thing and nobody really innovates, nobody does their own spin on it. It's always just, oh look, let me do the exact same thing but with my character.
Yep, copy and paste.
Yeah, which and you know, I'm saying this personally, right? But no hate to anybody that does those trends. It's up to you. It's whatever. It's just my feelings on it. I feel it's kind of lazy.
Oh snap! Oh snap! The truth had come out. The truth had come out.
But for mine, when I did it, I could put it in the chat because it's very stupid, but it's very, in my opinion, it's kind of funny. So I just put my character, and it makes you think that it's like the original one. And then as it goes on, it switches like some tentacle eldritch monster with some like scary noises in the back. And I feel like that's kind of what I bring to the thing. I like to do my own stuff or like do spins on trends like this. And yeah, it's not that much special, but that's the thing I think is funny. I think a lot of stuff like this is just take the trend and make it super like stupid or just exaggerate it. I think to me that's funny, and that's why I like to do it.
And I like it. It's different, and that's the main thing. Is they do something completely different. But you're right. There's a lot of people who will take the trend and just place their own self into that trend, which is again totally fine if you want to do it. But it does put a little bit more personality into it if you try something different, which I think you did. I think you did a really good job, and I think that's what stands out, because I remember seeing trends evolve when people do those kind of things. Because trends need to evolve, or else they die. And so if you want to see a trend actually become funny and actually become good, usually you want to take the trend and then innovate and change it up a little bit, which you don't see very often anymore. But I like what you're going for. It's really good. Yeah, it's really funny.
Thank you. It's just I've seen some. It's just I feel like it's just like trends like this. It's just like is like, do people really look at that and be like, it's funny?
No.
Like, you've seen it 500 times on your timeline. Guys will just see this and type mating press. Well, like, you've seen it 7,000 times. At the 7,000th time, nobody's gonna laugh. Nobody's gonna like, right? It's not funny, and it kind of sucks because I feel that's the thing I love about the VTuber community is how like wide and varied thing is. But to me, it just kind of sucks how, in the end, it just all comes back to melding together because everyone wants to just do this thing without adding their own spin to it. Most people.
And that's what I'm saying. Because you realize that, like, creativity as a content creator, like, drives around those kind of different aspects of being different, you know, like how I was telling you before is that everyone likes to be a streamer because the streamer is kind of thing, but you are still like stream, but you mostly put most of your work into content creation on the side parts where you do a lot of editing of videos, you know. And that's very different from the VTuber space that's going on right now, because a lot of VTubers just stream. That's all they do, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but like it shows a difference in like quality, you know. And I think that there's gonna be a difference. Unfortunately, we'll see how different it really does, because there's a lot of times, unfortunately, the hard-working people who changes and be creative usually doesn't really get that far, and the people who've been doing the same old thing and just jumping on trends and just copy and pasted, they will randomly blow up with a little effort. So it's kind of like It's content creation. This is how it is, you know. You get lucky sometimes, but I think I still respect your design and your choices and creativity, and I would love to see more of it. So we'll see.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, of course. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it keeps on going.
Yeah.
Keeps going. Cool. Awesome. Next thing I want to know is that are you looking forward to any games you like to stream, or in this case, make videos of?
There's definitely on like streaming wise, of course I like to stream when I record gameplay for videos, because I feel like that's just kind of a, you know, I get to interact with people while I play these games and stuff. Any game I'm looking forward to streaming, definitely Borderlands 4. I absolutely love Borderlands, and I think if the game is good, I'm gonna enjoy myself and have a good game and play it with you know, while people can watch me. And if it's bad, it's amazing because I get to make fun of the fucking game.
Exactly, and that's the point of it. Like, we like to see you play those kind of things, and like that's a good idea to do, is to like stream to get the content for the videos, and then maybe have some like funny little facts to put into it, but then overlay it with like a creative differences, like say, hey, I love this game, but remember this element, and you shows you like doing that element, and then like, yeah, this element I didn't like because of these reasons, you know, and you explain it. So it's like a mix between streaming and content creation, so it's really cool.
Other than that, really, not really any games. I know there's GTA 6 coming out in 2025, but I'm gonna play on that myself. Fuck viewers. That's my game. I'm gonna play that myself.
Yeah, no, I don't play that like that. Like there's some games you just don't really need to make content about. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. That a lot of people will be buying games just to make content off. And they're like, guys, we're gamers. We just want to play games to play. It's just fun games like that.
There is a bunch of stupid, not necessarily stupid, but like, there's this game called Cruelty Squad I really want to stream.
Oh yeah, I saw that going on.
It's so fucked, and it's just so like, what, like, you see it and you're like, what is this? Why do people call this good? But it's like, when you look deeper, you're like, oh wait, it is actually good, right? I really want to stream this game also because it's gonna fuck with people, and I think it's very, very funny. And another game is Postal 2. I really want to make a video on the Postal series.
That'd be cool.
I think that series is really, really interesting.
I don't know much about Postal. I've heard of it, but not seen too much of it.
Well, basically it's just, the first game is very, very violent and very, very dark. It's basically just a game where you're just a shooter, right? But the second game, I feel that that's where it's like it becomes more something that's like, it's more comedic, right? People called it the worst game ever when it came out, because it's like, oh, it's so violent, the game encourages you to shoot everything, the game encourages you to kill people and piss on them and piss on their corpses, right? And you know, put cats on your gun to use them as silencers. But realistically, the game's tagline is, the game is only as violent as you are. And that's truly so funny, because that's true. It's absolutely true. The game can be entirely played pacifist. You don't have to kill anyone.
Oh, right? That's interesting.
The game kind of encourages you in a way to not really kill anyone, because the game doesn't really give you any guns if you don't explore early on. And it's just so funny because, for example, there's the first objective of the game, go get milk, right? And then you have to wait in line. Now you got two choices: wait in line, kill everyone, steal the milk.
Well, like, either just be a normal person and just wait. Yeah. Or just destroy everything.
But it's hilarious because all the journalists saying it's a bad game because it promotes violence is just, well, you decided to shoot the people.
Right? Like, is the game violent or the gamer violent?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's really interesting. And in general, that series kind of went a bit downhill. It's not as good anymore. But I truly feel like it's a fun series, and I feel like there's a lot to talk about. And that's one of the games I really want to stream.
No, I like that. It's a good topic. It's a good topic to talk about, because like a lot of people like to blame, like, unfortunately, a lot of people who do not know anything about video games on news networks likes to blame video games. Yeah. So it's good to see, like, maybe it's not really the video game's fault. It's the people who play the video games. So it's the individual person, you know.
Yeah. It's also very funny to see people's reaction to how you can put yourself out in that game. Because in that game you could piss, and if you're on fire, you could piss upwards, and then that'll put yourself out if you're on fire.
Disgusting, but good to know.
It works.
Hey, you know, I think I'd rather be peed on than to be
burned alive.
Burned alive, yeah. You know, I'll definitely say that. I'll have to think about that in my next Survivor scenario. Like, oh wait, I have an idea. Hold on. That'd be crazy. Also, Echo Mama was saying that a cruelty video would go so hard. So it sounds like you have someone who would love to see you do one.
The thing with Cruelty Squad is just I feel a lot with these games like Postal and Cruelty Squad. I feel like so many people already made videos about that. I know I could find a way to put my creative spin on there, but to me, I just don't want to do a rehash of videos I've already seen. That's my only thing. No,
and I agree with that. I agree with that. But I would say that like I would still do it. Because you never know, like, you never know your interpretation, your thought process on doing something might actually catch on to a new audience.
Yeah.
You know, I think you should just try it. Like, yeah, it might risk of it just being similar to everything else, but what's the worst thing? You know, it just as long as you have fun doing it.
I don't know about other people, but I personally always enjoy. Like, I've watched so many video essays on Dark Souls, right? And it's like people always say the same thing, but the way they word it and the way they interpret it is always different and interesting. So I feel like that's good, right? Because I know I like that. I know I will. Listen. There's Jerry Bro over there doing his Dark Souls 1 essay, and then there's Duck Toucher 77.5. You know, he's gonna do his
Duck Toucher.
I don't know. I just
Duck Toucher. And I can see like be like a Call of Duty player. Like yeah, I'm over here with this newest video talking about this mods that can be added onto your gun mechanic to get the right 360 no score.
What's up, guys?
What's a good Duck Toucher?
A setting for this gun in Modern Warfare 3. It's like,
hey guys, you know where you get the good videos? Duck Toucher.
Duck Toucher.
I just like I can so see it be like one of those like CS:GO like hardcore players, you know?
Yeah.
That's funny. Sorry, continue what you're doing. I just thought it was funny when you went to Duck Toucher.
Pretty much done. But like my point is just, you know, people always have different perspective on it. I know I like watching it, and I know other people probably are gonna like watching it too. So I don't think I have to worry about that too much because I know. As long as I don't plagiarize anything, which I won't because I'm not an idiot and I know how to make it. I want to make my own stuff. You know, I think I'll be good. I think I'll be good to just make those videos. Yeah, have fun. Do it. You have an audience who wants to see it, and you will also have fun doing it. So I say might as well. Just do it. Just go for it. Awesome. I love it. Hey, speaking of some of the fans, do you have any games you like to play with your fans? Do you host like community nights? Not really. I'm gonna be honest. Not really. I saw you played Super Smash Brothers. Did you play with anyone? Usually, I mean, sometimes I like to do some open arena Smash Bros. But when I play Smash recently, it's been actually my new show called Smash Talk. I saw that. Smash Talk is more of it's kind of an interview show, but not really. It's more of a talk show where we just play Smash, have a good conversation, and just chill, right? I want to be on your show. Can I be on the show? Absolutely. Dude, that'd be great. I haven't played Smash in forever. It's been such a long time. I used to play Smash all the time. Yeah. Then all the kids destroyed me online, so I stopped playing. No. I thought it was good. Yeah. Freaking. I play as Bowser. I'm a Bowser main. Yeah. And so anytime I ever play as Bowser, I just see this little kid with Pichu, and it just destroys my entire life. I understand that. Pichu's hell. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'll love to come on the show. That sounds like fun. Yeah, well, I love Smash because I feel like something that Smash does that other fighting games really don't. I feel like Smash is just the game that brings people together, right? In a way, it could also tear them apart, you know, by people saying, "Oh, you killed me. That's bullshit." You know, it could tear people apart. But I feel like it's better at bringing people together. I have this little story that's not really important, but I want to mention it because I think it's important to my point that Smash brings people together. When I was in college, for the short time I went there, I had to go like take a huge like a 1 hour bus ride to go there, and I remember I used to just play Smash in the bus, right? And I remember since the bus was packed, the dude sat next to me and he saw I was playing Smash, and he just tapped me on the shoulder, like, "Can I play with you?" And we just chilled. We played for like an hour, and it was fun. It was so fun.
So cool. Oh,
and it's just some stranger. We just played Smash, and it's just I feel like I've met so many people just playing Smash and chilling on Smash just because we just both love the games and love all the characters and stuff.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love that. I love that good kind of bond kind of thing. And like, and to think about it, like, do you think the main difference between like a regular fighting game compared to like Smash is Smash is not technically a fighting game, it's a party game? So would you say it's good? I know, like, trust me, I do know your point, but technically they did say that it's more of a party game, and party games are really good at either destroying your relationship or creating ones.
I feel like that's a big part of it. I mean, I feel like Sakurai, you know, the director of Smash, said it best. You know, he wanted to make a game that was everyone could just pick up and play and just play the game, play the goddamn game.
Enjoy.
And the problem with main fighting games is that if someone knows just a little bit better than or knows a little bit more than the opponent, they're just gonna probably lose, right? You can button mash, but does it really feel good to just button mash to win? Not really. Well, some people might like it. I like it.
I like it.
Everyone likes it.
I like it. I think Smash is great. I used to be a huge Smash player, but I just stopped playing with like other people. So it'd be kind of cool. It'd be great. It'd be cool to see. It'd be cool.
Well, sick.
Yeah, we'll see. Bomberman, let's play Mario Party Jamboree. Dude, the new Mario Party coming out. I want to play that.
I don't know. I just don't care about Mario Party.
Really? Ah, it's so much fun though. So much fun.
I don't have enough friends to play with.
Oh, well, if I got a squad together, would you play with us?
Maybe. I'll think about it.
We'll see. Mario Party is just fun. I like playing that. I'm looking forward to the new remake that is coming out pretty soon. I think it's a remake. It's like it's like new Super Mario Party. I think it's something. I don't know. Something like that. Onboarding someone new to a fighting game is always tough. Smash is nice to pick up and play. Exactly. So good. I agree. Very good. All right, let's get into your body now. Let's talk about it. Explore it. Get into it.
I just gotta say this real quick. It's really funny, Ecto, that you say that because you don't play Smash.
Oh, wait, Ecto? What? You sound like you someone who likes to play Smash. Really?
Yeah, I know, Ecto. She doesn't play Smash.
What? Ecto, come on. You can't just say that and not just go by your own thing.
Fucking poser. No, but what were you about to say, Tricko?
I was gonna say let's talk about your design.
Yeah.
I was making into window jokes.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned porn a little bit earlier. Do you remember that? So I thought it'd be funny. Well, you literally so I was surprised. You started talking about your Smash. You literally like I should have clipped it, but like you literally started off the conversation when you were going to tell me your story about your Smash, saying, "Okay, so I know it's gonna be a little bit about porn, but stay with me on this." And yeah, you did. I was like, "What? What'd you say?" That. I swore you said it.
I either misspoke or
yeah. I wish I clipped it because I kind of want to go back because I really was like, "What?"
No,
what did you say?
Kitty said it. I said important.
I think he said important. Maybe I just Freudian slipped it. I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Now I just called myself out a little bit, didn't I?
But anyways, let's talk about porn.
Anyway, porn. Yeah, let's talk about porn. Porn, right? Porn. I bet there's some weird babam porn that you've probably seen, right?
I hope not.
No. I bet it's out there. You know what Rule 34 is, right?
Of course I know. Of course.
So it's out there. It's out there.
I'm scared. I'm scared to see if it actually is a thing.
So Octo said that they do play Super Smash Bros. Just not with you. Which is like, oh, snap.
Cracking my knuckles. We'll see when you get on Smash Talk, Ecto.
Smash Talk. Okay, let's see it. I think he said it, yeah, but we missed the I'm part. Oh, so he said porn. Anyway, let's talk about your body, shall we? Let's get into your body. What's the thoughts that went into the design of your model? Because I think that's the coolest thing about like your whole situation as a VTuber. So you have a very cool retro aesthetic. Like you look like a mascot for a video game. You know, like it has like a Sonic kind of feel to it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, my thing is, before becoming a VTuber, I really hated VTubers. I thought it was stupid, and I thought it was just all the same. I've changed, obviously.
Oh, it was really, huh? You like VTubers? I hate those guys, man. Freaking jeez.
To me, I feel like that's something that I see a lot of people like get into the same, like have the same opinion that I used to have, is because they only see the surface level, right? They only see the surface level where it's just, oh, everything's the popular one, and what gets the most amount of clicks on and like stuff on Twitter and like stuff about VTubers, jiggle physics, boobs, butt, you know, all of that stuff, you know. So I can see how people can still see like outside the bubble of VTubing, how it can be, you know, considered degenerate and stuff. Me coming into it, my goal was to like make like kind of the antithesis of like a VTuber, like being the ugly VTuber that just is super hateful, not hateful, but like super angry all the time, like grouchy, you know, not happy, and kind of contradicting this whole, you know, being cute and like having a soft voice stuff. At first I was supposed to be a demon, like it was, my lore was gonna be like I was supposed to be a cyber demon that from the future that came back to the past because I was too angry that the VTuber stuff was like oversaturated, so I came before it was oversaturated. And yeah, it just shows how my character was just kind of like this grouchy, kind of angry person that's just, okay, there's nothing wrong with me, everything's wrong with the system kind of vibe. But at one point my girlfriend kind of showed me more ideas that wasn't that, because she was like, okay, just get real, dude. And she sent me like a VTuber like bomb concept she saw on Pinterest, and she's like, oh, how do you like that? And I thought, oh, that looks good, that was cool, I like that. And thinking back, like my goal with being a VTuber was to have a lot of personality and have a lot of being expressive, because I feel like that's something that's really important. And that I feel like a lot of VTuber models don't really have, is that a lot of them I feel aren't as expressive as they could be. And of course I say this, and then my VTuber model is just kind of textures on the face, and it's not as expressive.
You'll tell you truth, you are a lot more expressive than some of the VTubers I've had on my show. So
yeah, kudos
for that.
But so yeah, that was my goal, and then she sent me like a concept that was like kind of super detailed and like a lot of detail, and I'm like, okay, remove a bit the pouches. You're not Rob Liefeld. You can remove the pouches. And she came back at one point, and she just sent me my current ref sheet of my current design, just randomly like that, and I'm like, okay, well that's my design. It was perfect. It was just everything. It was simple. It was, you know, it had shape, they had, you know, everything was just perfect about it. So honestly, there's really no thoughts from my end. I just asked my girlfriend, my artist, to just be like, just make it expressive, make it simple, and that's all I need. And she just delivered. That's really it.
Well, I like it a lot. It's really cool. Like, it's very unique. Like, I know there's the whole like silhouette art thing that was going on. Well, you definitely have that silhouette like aspect where like you put yourself like a black silhouette and we can still recognize you. So it's actually really well done. So I would love to ask your girlfriend, or maybe just like get like more response of her, just to see what she thought of when she was coming up with the design. This is very interesting. It's really cool. Do you want to show off any like toggles or expressions that you don't normally do?
Well, I don't really have any toggles because I'm lazy and I forget to set them. But I have I have all my expressions. I have this one. I love this one. I love this one to use when like I'm scared, like something is happening. This one, I like this one. This one's really funny.
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I got my XD.
Yeah. I like this.
Like something cool's happening, and I'm glad that everything's happening.
Whoa!
And I got a little angry one.
Yeah. Yeah, those are great. I love those. Those look good.
My problem with expressions is that I'm using a stream deck, and it's just I just forget to just switch my my expressions. That's my issue.
You gotta get good at that. I feel like I will eventually have to learn to do that too, because I'm also getting a VTuber model eventually.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's really cool. And I can tell you the story behind him later and see what your thoughts on it. As someone who's really what's the word? Conventionally not really into like the whole like trends of VTubers. I'd love to hear you I would love to hear you my opinion of mine.
Absolutely.
Very cool. But it is funny that Kitty says that the guy did his VTuber intro thing, and he just screamed. Sounds like something you would do, right? It sounds like something.
Yes.
Cool.
There's that whole thing that's like, oh, VTuber self-introduction Q&A, and it's just like a little anime voice that's like, what's your name? What kind of VTuber are you? And it's just all this whole thing. And mine, I kind of just, the first one was like, what's your name? I just had a recording of me screaming, or someone screaming, and it zoomed in, and then it just cut to a gameplay of that game Bomber Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
With my character in it, and it just said, nobody cares about that. Peep this combo, and it was just a long sequence of me just doing a combo in the game.
Nice. You know what? That fits you perfectly. That was probably the best intro you can do. I love it. Awesome. Okay, so going back to your design a little bit, because even though you didn't really have a lot of say in the design of it, you obviously really do enjoy it. So here's my next question. What's your favorite part about your design?
Honestly, I like the shape of it, right? I like how triangular it is. Yeah. Kind of like round, going that whole like, because I feel like a part of my lore is like kind of like having the whole point like hostility, and you know, a triangle, like, you know, having spikes everywhere is not really like inviting, right? And I feel like in the lore, of course, I'm not gonna explain all the lore that I made or whatever, but you know, in the lore, my character like it being spiky like this is kind of like a way to show how much he doesn't really want to interact with anyone. He just stays there, does his own thing, and just stays there and doesn't want anyone to touch him. Actually, the fuse, the little string for the fuse usually is supposed to be more like square. But yeah. So I feel like really something I really like about it, how like triangular it is, and I feel like for a shape like a bomb, having a lot of triangles is something that you don't really see often. I feel like a lot of people, I've seen 2 other bomb VTubers, and usually they just have, and nothing wrong with them, usually they just have the regular bomb and that's it. And it's totally fine. It's just I personally like it another way. I also, what else? I like the shirt. This shirt has a funny story. The first time I met my girlfriend, I had a shirt that looked like this, with the two squares. It was a different color, except at one point she drew me, like me myself, and she put that shirt on, and it just kept being a thing where every time she draws me, I have that shirt with the 2 squares on it.
Aw, that's adorable. That's adorable. I love it. You and your relationship's adorable. I didn't know much about it, but it is adorable. I'm just a cat. Nothing special at all. It's just a normal, ordinary cat. It's okay. It's okay, pretty kitty. You can be super normal, but as long as you're a damn pretty kitty, then you're great.
Something I feel also is really important about the design is the cigarette. I feel like a lot of people miss it. And I don't know why, but I just don't like it when people forget the cigarette. I feel like it's just such something that's so iconic about my character. I just want the cigarette.
I have the cigarette. Give me the cigarette. I want to smoke, because you know, bombs with fire next to it is pretty dangerous. So to have a bomb smoking is like always dangerous. So
it's like the most badass thing. It's like Walter White smoking a cigar when he had blood cancer. It's just the most badass thing.
I know, right? I do like that aesthetic though. I like that you have some round, but then you also have spike edges, which puts a little bit more of like a contrast to your things. But you think of a bomb, but you have spikes, so it doesn't make sense. You're a bomb, you're about to explode, but you're smoking right next to you. You know, it's like those kind of like contrasting that really works well with each other. So it's like opposites attract kind of style things. So I like it.
I also really like the teeth on the jacket. I don't know why my girlfriend did that, but I'm glad she did, because I think it looks really good. I think it looks really cool.
It adds a little bit more to flair, because if you didn't have that, it would be kind of plain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a that's just the crazy part to me. It's just it's such a like this crazy simple thing. Just teeth on the jacket, but it just works.
It just works. It just works perfectly. I love it. It's really good. It's really good.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah, I think it's really good. It's really good. Speaking of lore, though, you were talking about a little bit about lore. What is your lore and backstory? You don't have to go into too much detail on it, but if you want to go into a little bit, have some fun.
So I'm currently learning 3D animation, and I really want to make like a short or even a long thing where it's just an animation being my lore. But like the basic gist of it is that I have like my dog, my nuke dog, and he gets. Yeah, my character. I'm a street artist in a big city, where it's a giant city. The entire planet is a city, and it's like anything is there. Like there's like a Japanese section that's like Japanese dynasty, but there could also be like a cyber section where it's like cyberpunk, like Night City. There could be like castles and stuff. It's just anything can be there.
Oh, that's cool.
And my character is a street artist in there, and he kind of just keeps to himself with his nuke dog until when on the job the nuke dog gets kidnapped, and he tries to find where the nuke dog is, and he gets enrolled into a big conspiracy that ends with an eldritch outer god. Yeah. It's kind of something that kind of tries to go crazy. I don't want to reveal too much because I really want to write a whole story about it, either like a comic or something, like a 3D animation. Because I'm really passionate about like trying to figure out the story. What could it be? But that's like the gist of it.
That'd be cool to see. I would love to see that. That'd be really cool. I love how it goes from something as simple as someone stealing my dog to literally God like defying chaos coming over to like destroy the world.
Incomprehensible God, way more powerful. That's just to them we're just like pawns, and gotta defeat that.
Yeah, like, and if you think about it, it kind of reminds me of like the old school like movie Dude, Where's My Car kind of aspect. It went from just a simple like I can't find my car. Yeah, it was a stoner freak, 100% stoner freak, but I just remember it because like it was just a simple like I can't find my car to literally aliens coming in and like doing like trying to take over the world kind of style. So it takes something that's very simple kind of premise and just explodes into a crazy kind of thing. Another example would be like Gurren Lagann. You know that anime?
I haven't watched that. I know it, but I haven't watched it.
It all derives from this little kid finding a drill. This is a tiny little drill, and the drill throughout the series all ended up with literally galaxy chucking mecha robots with like giant drills that goes through different galaxies in the universe. So like it starts from something very small and it explodes something massive. So it's cool.
A big inspiration, the whole like eldritch god thing really been inspired by me playing Eternal Darkness, because I love the concept of like something with no power, no strength, trying to defeat this or like outsmart this incomprehensible thing that's just like so powerful it could just do anything in the universe. But seeing something as powerless as me or my character fight it is just something that I don't know, something that's really interesting about me.
I think that's cool. That's cool. Just hopefully your fuse don't explode you. That's all I hope for. I hope that fuse stays lit forever.
I will. Don't worry.
Good to hear. Awesome. All right, so let's get into another topic. This is a little bit more controversial, which for someone who we've been talking to about controversy, you don't seem like you like to. Well, what I mean is that you don't worry about straying away from controversy quite often. Yeah. So let's get into it. What's your thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment?
At the moment, I think I don't know. I love my niche little circle, but I feel like all the other circles are like fucked in a way. It's just I like my circle. That's just I love my little circle, and I feel like all the other circles, to me it's just like okay. I'm very out of touch with like all the big VTubers, because I don't watch any of them. I've never idolized any of them. To me, the whole concept of having an Oshi is kind of stupid, because I don't like idol culture.
Makes sense.
So I feel like that's something that I don't like about the VTuber community. I feel like we kind of promote idolizing everyone, the bigger ones. It's like we gotta idolize being a company and like being a corporate VTuber and stuff. And of course, again, not everyone does that, but the people who do, those are the people I'm not a big fan of. But I like, for example, like the number of stuff I see on my timeline of people just being like, "Oh my god, this big VTuber followed me." To me, it's just incomprehensible because it's just like, that's just so weird, right? That person that followed you because they thought you were cool, and now you're like bragging that they followed you. I mean, I'm glad you're happy, but to me, it's just kind of weird.
Because if you think about it, like they are just regular people. They're just regular dudes. Like you could have walked right by them on the streets and thought, wow, the guy is kind of lame. And then you go home and that same person followed you, but that person is in disguise of a VTuber. Oh my god, I was graced by his presence. You know, kind of situation.
But that's really just, I don't like the concept of Oshi, like I just said. To me, Oshis, I want to see it more as people I see and respect, right? So when someone asks me, "Oh, who are your Oshis?" usually I kind of just mention my friends, because it's just, my friends are people I respect a lot, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I like that. And it really just like depends on the situation. Like it's fun to like jump on those kind of trends every now and then, but just don't let it consume you and don't let it like overpower the whole situation. Like I even will say I also like jumped on the Oshi train too, but I had just talked more about this one VTuber who's not really that well known of, but had a really awesome design. And I actually, my VTuber model I'll be coming up with is actually kind of inspired by it. And I already reached out to them and tell them that like, hey, I really inspired by your designs of that. They couldn't really speak to me very well because they speak Japanese, and it was a translation error. But I think she's all cool with it. But the main thing was, but the main thing is like I always just thought Oshi was someone you looked up to. You know, like hey, I'm inspired by this person. I like what they did. I would love to one day be like that. But then you're right. There's some people who took it to way more like godlike kind of like aspects. It's like, okay, calm down. It's a regular dude in a sitting in front of a screen, probably not the most coolest looking people.
I feel also like a lot of what I see that gets popular on like Twitter and stuff about VTubers, I feel like a lot of it is just derivative of each other, and it's just like, oh well, I mean, like I said earlier, it's just, oh, let me do this trend, but like not really add anything, or like let me do these videos where I just, you know, talk about this, but it's like, you know, something we've seen 5 billion thousand times before. Like, did you know that Mario 2 in the US was actually a reskin of a game called Doki Doki Panic? It's like,
what?
I've never, what? No.
What? That's insane.
But I love the VTuber community. I love the VTuber community, and the reason I'm kind of such a stickler about it is because I love it, right? I sometimes talk about VTuber stuff, and you know, stuff that kind of VTuber stuff in general, and drama that happens to my non-VTuber friend. And he always tells me, you know, obnoxious. I don't think that's really just. I think it's just a community kind of being ass. And I always tell him, well, you know, I tell you this, but at the same time, I'm only telling you the bad. You know, I'm never telling you really the good. So I feel like just meeting new people and stuff, and I feel that that's the cool part, right? That's the cool part, meeting a bunch of cool people and stuff. That's really the fun part, and it's the stuff I love the most about it. All the trend chasing stuff and just rehashing stuff, that's the thing I really do not like about it.
Well, yeah, and I think whenever I ask this question to a lot of different people from a lot of different communities, I think they all pretty much agree that like there's always bad eggs in every community. That's just how it is. There's always going to be some bad kind of aspects to it, but there's a lot of good things. Like I still 100% agree that VTubers are the most welcoming of like communities out there. Like you can just literally be like, hey, I would like to show off this free V-Roid model I made, and so many people will be like, that looks so great, I love it, you should like get these free assets and all this other kind of stuff. But when you get to a certain level of like notoriety, that's when things start to change a little bit, and people get a little toxic and get a little weird about certain things. And that's one thing that I think is just in general with creative, like the creative sphere of being content creators, is that when you get a certain kind of notoriety, that's when you start getting like a little bit of the toxicity kind of side of things, which just comes with just the territory, I feel like.
Which it's another thing that's like, I could say it's also like both ends of the spectrum. I can also see, I can say how much I hate how, you know, drama and stuff and like the most unoriginal stuff can be you know, rewarded with attention and everything. But I can also see how, you know, people who will spend and put their hearts and soul into works in the VTuber community, I feel like people will reward it. People will reward the people who put in the work for it.
Yep.
And that's amazing.
I do like that. I like that a lot, and I think
Yeah.
you see that happen more often than others. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, there's goods and positive, good things and bad things. I agree. I think that's a really interesting take that you actually brought up, because as someone who started out not liking VTubers, I like that you actually do have some like respect in the VTuber space, which is good. It's respectful. Okay, I like it. That's cool. Awesome. Well, next thing I want to talk about is that when you first started streaming, or making content, compared to now, have you noticed any changes? Like, have you noticed?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, when I started streaming, I was in upstairs in my parents' house, like right next to the bedroom. Ooh. So, you know, I had to like speak a bit quietly like this, you know, and just like
Good to ASMR.
Yeah. Kinda, right? But I didn't have a good mic, so it was more like so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't the most optimal, but it was still, you know, I still enjoyed it. But I feel like today I'm more used to like talking, right? You know, I don't of course every stream or some streams won't have as many viewers, so I always sometimes have streams where I, you know, just chat might be a bit dead, which is, it's fine. But I feel like back in the day, I wouldn't just not say anything, right? Just do some observations, right? That just kind of were meaningless, just to add stuff to fill dead air. But I feel like now I'm kind of better at like just talking. Even if there's nobody, I can have a conversation with myself and just kind of like talk about stuff that interests me and stuff. Like how I could say, like in Borderlands, how you know, oh, this gun or this build I think is really cool, and I really plan to do this, and the reason why this is cool, or the reason why this is bad. And I can kind of have a conversation even though I'm just by myself, you know. And I feel like that's something that I've been better. I feel like also I'm just kind of funnier. Before, of course I wasn't used to like talking on stream, so I was just very quiet, didn't speak a lot. And now I can actually speak because I know it's just nothing's really changes. It's like I'm just playing games and doing observations and having fun and stuff. Yeah, that's really pretty much it. I feel like I'm just more comfortable with the medium of streaming and stuff.
Which is good. Like I think this shows the progression of your style, but you still keep the mentality of like a content creator, because I feel like you do see some streamers as they stream, they usually have like blank moments that they don't say anything at all, but then they'll like hear or see something that chat reacts and then tries to set up a conversation on that, which is nothing wrong with doing that. But I do like that you have more of like a content creator kind of mindset where you shouldn't have a dead area. You should always try and be talking, try and bring up something, and like talk about the game, talk about the kind of things and the ideas and the thoughts process that you did when you did something, you know. I like seeing people when they like streaming like shooters or something like that, and they will like so I really think this guy gonna be around this corner, so I'm actually going to pull out this gun and I'm gonna hug the wall and look around it. You know, you explaining what you're doing, you know, or even if you don't explain what you do something and then you go back and be like, cool, so the reason why I did it this way is because I thought, you know, and the kind of stuff that. So as long as you communicate about the things you talk about, which does show as time goes on, you do learn about those kind of things, which is good.
And like content creation, like video wise, of course, I look at my first video today and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, I still have my first video on mine, and I will always like kind of like keep it there just in case I want to just like humble myself a little bit. Just be like, man, I suck at content creating, and then I look at my first video, I was like, okay, maybe not that bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the same time, it's like it's always fun to keep those videos around because you could see them, look at them, and be like, well, you know, I've made it this far. You know, I've improved a lot. I feel like my editing has improved a lot. I mean, I haven't really scripted a videos in a while, so my script hasn't really improved. But I feel like it has kind of improved because I feel like my next video I'm working on, I feel like it has a pretty decent script. I feel like there's a lot of funnies, haha guys that are pretty But I feel like editing and script wise, I feel that's where I've really improved a lot. Because before my old videos, I was just like movie reviews, and I just watched a movie, and then I pause, comment, I continue watching the movie, pause, comment, and that's how I wrote the script. So it was really just like, clip from movie, this is bad. Clip from movie, joke. Clip from movie. It's like, it was very formulaic, and like, this happens and then this happens and this happens. I feel like I'm more now with what I write, I'm more dynamic and I'm better at I figured that out better.
Which is always good to know what you need to improve on, and you fix it. So that's actually good. Some people will keep doing this is bad, roll clip, and then like keep on going, and they'll do that for many years and not realizing they did something wrong.
Nostalgia critic.
Ooh, ouch.
How'd that come out?
Ooh,
How'd that come out?
Ouch. Ooh. Some heated fire right there. I know.
Also, like, that's something because I've grew up not really watching content in English, because English is not my first language. My first language is French.
Oh, snap.
So I grew up watching a lot of French content creators, and one of them was just like a angry video game nerd copy, right? But the reason, and that dude is still my favorite YouTuber of all time, just because the way he innovated his content instead of just sticking to the formula of AVGN. I love angry video game nerd, but I really feel like his content has kind of just stayed the same for like all this time. And compared to the French one, like, now he made a Harry Potter video, and he rented a castle to like do some gags in the castle dressed as like Harry Potter and stuff. And I feel like that's so cool. Like, that's like their videos are like full scale productions now. And I just think it's really cool how much they innovated. And it's not like they, it's not like Mr. Beast was like, oh yeah, it's big productions and it feels soulless. I feel like they do big productions and it still has a soul. It still has a heart, which is I feel like it's very hard to do when you start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you get like, you need to go and have a producer and a director for stuff. And yeah, I just feel like it's really cool that he was able to do all that, and I feel like it really inspires me in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I like that. That's just really cool. Like, I like that, like, they keep on innovating, and that inspires you to innovate too. So I think this is really cool. Awesome. Who's the YouTuber?
Well, his name is in French, so I'll just type it in. But his name is like translated. It's called Gamer of the Attic.
Gamer of the Attic. Okay.
If you want to watch a video just to like see, I highly recommend the Harry Potter video, and it has English subtitles. So if you want to experience the video, that I highly recommend it. It's kind of jarring with the French, I can understand that, but it's a really good video.
I'll have to check it out. That sounds interesting. Sounds funny. Because I actually grew up watching Angry Video Game Nerd as well as the Nostalgia Critic, and I do see the differences between them and like kind of stuff they do. And it'd be cool to see someone who's similar but does a different kind of approach. So it'd be kind of cool to see. I like that. Thank you. Awesome. Hey, so ready for just some fun facts? Some fun facts about yourself?
All right, let's do it.
Don't get me wrong though. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be the most hardest question you've ever answered.
Oh no.
No,
I think. Wait, hold on. Is it what my favorite game is? I feel like that's what it is.
Wow, are you sure you have not seen the questions yet? You guessed both of them. Jeez.
The reason I say this is because my job. I'm a QA tester, right?
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
When I got interviewed, they asked me what's my favorite game, and I just stuck there and like, that's a hard question actually. So when you said that, I was like, oh, it has to be that.
Well, luckily, if you fail this, you're not going to lose a job. You'll just
Thank God.
You'll just be funny clipped. That's it.
This question used to be hard for me, but I don't. It's not hard. It's not hard at all anymore. My favorite game of all time is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh, okay. Xenoblade. Okay.
I absolutely love Xenoblade. Xenoblade 2 and 1 were great, but to me 3 was the game that put it above, because this game's, I don't know if have you played it?
Yep, I played a little bit of it. I did have to be honest, I did have a hard time with the combat system.
I understand. It can be very, very weird, and also the game doesn't really do a good job at teaching you. But I don't know, something with the story and the characters just grabbed me way more than the other games. And like, It's just something that's like, it's a game that I played and I was like before the final boss, and like instead of like going to the final boss and beating the game, I just left the final boss and I just went to do side content. And it's because I was just scared of one thing. I was scared of one particular thing while fighting the boss. To finish the game. I didn't want to finish the game.
You wanted to keep going.
I wanted to keep going and keep playing it because that game is just the story just gripped me so much, and I did every side content I could do and stuff, and it just, I don't know, the message of the game really clicks with me. It's a message about how you need to keep moving forward. Stagnating will not help anything, and yeah, it's a message that really just grabs me, and I don't know. I love that game. I love the combat. I think it's really fun. I love the class system. I love the story. I love the aesthetic. I think the game looks great for a Switch game. It's all of that. It's all of that. I feel the characters are amazing. It's just to me, it's just all of amazing.
All amazing. I love it.
Other than that, it's probably Smash Ultimate, because that's the game I met like all my friends on. And I spent so much playing Smash, and it's like, oh, I used to play with my brother and my our family friends and stuff, and it was just a really special game to me, and I just grew up playing it, and I feel like Smash just influenced a lot how I am as a person and what I like in video games and stuff. So many games I've played and experienced and loved because of Smash, you know.
Mm-hmm. Which is good.
There's a character. Yeah, like for example, my favorite fighting game of all time is probably Tekken, right?
Nice.
And the reason I played Tekken was because Kazuya was in Smash, and I was like, oh, let me try Tekken, and I absolutely love Tekken.
Nice. I love the fact that like all these games is not just because you just enjoyed it, but it has some significant value to you.
Yeah.
You know, like they were your friends. You know, they helped you like get a little bit more into you, like the content, and like you really enjoyed it and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool that like they're not just for fun. They actually mean a lot to you.
For like a game that's just like, because I have games I just play because it's fun. Like my favorite games, I have Binding of Isaac. I love that game. To me, that game was special as well because when my grandpa passed away, that game was the game I played to kind of like cope with it. Mm-hmm. What else? Fallout New Vegas is one of those games that I absolutely love just because the game is just so amazing. Final Fantasy VIII, when I finished that game, I cried. That game was just so good. Actually, it's not good. It's really bad. But I love it.
Oh, you cried because it was so bad. It was like, I'm so done. I'm done.
No, it's just because I don't know something. I don't know why, but more recently, especially when I finish, because I'm gonna be honest, I just whenever I finish an RPG these days, and like a good fucking RPG, I just kind of like sit there, look at my TV, just like, you know, it's done. You know, this entire I spent like 100 hours on this. I've loved every second of it, but now it's over, right? I gotta move on to other things. And I don't know why, but recently, especially just starting with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which I feel like whenever I finish an amazing like an RPG I love, I just kind of sit there on my TV and just cry because it's over.
Well, the great thing about being a gamer like us is that there's so many games out there to play, and like there will always be some more games. So like, I'm glad that you get really touchy when it comes to some of the games you comes into it. But just know this. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more.
I know.
I love that. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to have.
Yeah.
I've been in your shoes too. I have cried many times on some of my favorite games of all times, and to this day, it makes me want to be happy that I was a gamer. You know, like, and I am a gamer. In a kind of sense, even to my age, I like it.
It's just kind of crazy to me because I remember in history class at one point they were talking about like art and like what is considered art, and my teacher said, oh, and now video games are considered art, which I don't really know about. And to me, it's just so crazy because, like, I don't understand how people cannot, like, don't consider that art, right?
Yeah, it's just art. It's 100%.
It's just 100% art. It's just a mix of everything. It's a mix of kind of cinema. It's a mix of like music. It's a mix of images. It's video games. I feel is the mix of everything, but like you experience it, you play it.
It's interactive. It's very interactive art, you know, like it's something that you appreciate, you know. It's the ultimate form of media, in my opinion, because media is all about your immersion, to be immersed into. Music immerses you into the kind of the world of what you're imagining. Pictures are just you going into how realistic and how much you can immerse into picture. Movies does a really good job because you actually kind of get sucked into the story in the movie. And then video games is literally the best form of immersion because you actually are playing inside the world. You know, so that's why I think it's great.
It's also crazy, right? Because video games, there's always going to be different ways to play the game, right? At the end of the day, you're still playing a game, but all the games play differently. They all, like, you experience them differently. I feel like that's the kind of difference with movies and pictures and everything. And music, it's just music and pictures and everything. You experience it at the same, like, all the time. It's always music. You listen to it, right? Movie, you watch it. You sit down and you watch it. It could be at the cinema, or it could be at home, it could be on your phone, but you're still just watching it. A video game, maybe this game will have, like, a movie, right? You watch Deadpool and Wolverine compared to Oppenheimer. It's still, you're just sitting there watching. If you play a game like Fallout New Vegas and Final Fantasy VII, those games are just completely different. You experience them differently because they're not the same gameplay-wise. You're gonna click different buttons on the game. You still play them, but they're experienced differently, which is, I feel like, is really interesting, and not many other art forms do that. Of course, with like images, you can paint them differently. You could, you know, paint them differently, or use colors, or use digital art. But the way you experience it is just with your eyes. You watch it or look at it, which I feel I feel that that's why video games are just so much, like, so important.
No, agree 100%. Like, I 100% agree with you in every single word you spoke, because I definitely can see that 100%. Is that that's why, like, I definitely make a video about this, by the way. You should make a video about why video games are art. I feel like it definitely needs to be shown off to more people, because art is art 100%, and it means, and like how art can feel different for depending on who you like you show it to. Video games can also feel different depending on people to show it to, but the main difference between art and video games, I mean, like regular art, like picture art or movies, is that you can play a game and I can play a game, and we'll have completely different experiences on how we play the game, you know. And I think that's amazing, and I don't think there's going to be any new form of media that'll come out that's really going to, like, have that experience, you know.
I feel that's why, like, games like Baldur's Gate and Fallout New Vegas are so amazing. There's just so many ways to do stuff in specific situations in these games, which is, I feel like, what makes them so great as games. Like for Fallout New Vegas, like you could I've seen a clip of someone, like, there's an NPC that comes in as, like, angry at the player, and then the player could just like be like, give me everything you have, right? And then until, like, they only have their clothes on their back and stuff, and it's like, now it's like, well, give me your clothes as well.
Give you clothes. No,
I felt like New Vegas was so good, and also, like, just New Vegas, you could do whatever, like, really whatever you want. I feel any Obsidian game. I need to play the Star Wars Knights of the Republic game, because I've heard those games are very good as well.
They are really good. Definitely play them. Getting like a retro day in, you'll definitely like it. Definitely like it. Cool. I like it. Well, I like that. That was good. That's good. You are very knowledgeable when it comes to your gaming knowledge, so I think that's actually really cool.
I've loved video games and, like, retro gaming. I'm only 21, but, like, I know so much because I love video games. I love to just, like, learn about them and, like, you know, why this one is good, why this one is poopy, and stuff like that. And it just really interests me, and I love to see all kinds of games. I love to go to the flea market and see all the retro games and buy them and just experience them and stuff. And that's genuinely one of my favorite things to do.
I like it. That's good. Keep that, because I think more people should be like that. As someone who's a decade older than you are, I definitely want to say that I wish more gamers were like that, because a lot of gamers are saying, like, stuff like, you know, like Fortnite and Roblox is the new coolest game thing ever, and I'm just like, guys, that's like not even scratching the surface of what it's like to be a gamer. There's so many games, so many different styles and, like, art and stuff that go into it. If you want to call yourself a gamer, you try everything, do everything, you know.
I feel
So,
also like a problem is I feel like a lot of companies like Nintendo and stuff just make it so hard to experience their old games. It just sucks because then that's what happens. It happens to newer generations just see it. Oh, Fortnite, the new
Fortnite.
game. Oh,
New
Chun-Li
game.
Fortnite, Chun-Li
Fortnite. Oh, that's the guy from Fortnite. It's like, no, it's that's not. I promise. He has a really cool backstory. He has a really cool character. Nah, I'm just giving him the skin because of Fortnite. It's like,
It's
oh my
funny
god.
story, and just to prove that the whole this character's from Fortnite meme is not just made up. I used to skateboard a lot, and my skateboard has Chun-Li on it. And I went to the skate park at one point, and someone just said, "Oh, it's Chun-Li from Fortnite."
It's like, oh.
I just died. But luckily, there was some kid even younger than that another day that was like, "Oh, that's Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Like,
Who do you play in Street Fighter?"
Like,
And I
thank
was
you.
like, thank you, buddy.
You brought faith back in your generation.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, same thing. No, like I used to work at a GameStop where, like, yeah, I would have like a Halo like action figure, and someone will come in and it's like, "Hey, it looks best cheap for Fortnite." And I'm just like, dude, no, it's not from Fortnite. I promise you, it's not. And I remember I had an old Game Boy, like a Game Boy like Color, at my store. And an older like grandpa like gave the like handed it to one of the kids, and the first thing the kid did was trying to touch the screen to get it to turn on, and I was like, no, no, not Amy. Not Amy screen has touch screen, I promise. So like it hurt my old retro soul. But I definitely agree that is actually a big problem, and I really think that they need to do something about it, because like retro like gaming is getting harder and harder to preserve, and a lot of companies have licensing to kind of keep it locked away so that people can't play it. And I really feel like there should be like a retro library, a museum.
Yes.
I know there is one legitimately, but I feel like it should get more traction and get a little more like notoriety, because this should be a museum for games so that anyone could play those games after they like taken off the server and stuff. That I heard that like I think either in Europe, France, or like Australia or somewhere, that they actually did pass a law that like if a company releases a video game that is tied to a server, if that game dies, they are required by law to keep the servers going, because if not, then they just pretty much just sold a product and then took away that product.
Like Concord.
Yeah, like Concord. Kind of situation. But like Anthem is another good example. You know, like Anthem, I thought was actually a pretty cool game. I had like the combat and anything like that. I just didn't care about the story, and there was not enough content to go into it. But the combat and the mechs was really fun and interesting. But then they killed it after like a couple months, and now you can't really play the game anymore because it was tied to a server. They should have a way for people to like go back and play those kind of games. You know. But yeah. We can again talk about video games for all eternity. All eternity.
That's why I feel like I'm lucky that I live near like the flea market that I do, because I feel like a lot of like retro game sellers, like DK oldies, will overinflate the prices of games. Yeah. And I'm lucky that I live where I live. The dude that actually like sells the games and like runs the like retro game store knows what he has, and he gives good prices, right? Like I saw a copy of Final Fantasy X on PS2, and DK Oldies would sell that shit for $50. That dude just sold it to me for $10 because he knows that it's a good game. It's a good game, but online it's not worth that much, right? And I mean, my girlfriend actually bought me a copy of the collector's edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X. And that was $300, but that's fair because that's really rare.
Yeah, no. Well, like the Eternal Darkness thing you were talking about, that thing is going for like $300 online. Like it's really hard to get you. Yeah, it's really good.
I played it on an emulator because I was too lazy to buy the game.
Yeah, well, yeah. The game is like going for a really high dollar and stuff like that. And I actually have a really extensive retro collection. Yeah. And I can send you a picture of it too if you want.
Sure. I'd love to see it. That's something I really want to do when I get like my whole like my permanent like place of residence.
Dude,
I want to get my own like game room with game/manga room with just my collection of manga and retro games, because it's just so fun to go and see the flea markets, just buy a new game.
Dude, like that's
love that.
exactly what I did. Is that I've been dreaming of as soon as I able to own my own place, I would have a retro room where I just have a whole bunch of retro games and I slowly start collecting them. And now that I'm in a very good part in my life that I can actually own a house, I can actually have a retro collection, which I actually do have, and I've been slowly building it up. So I'll send that to you. But it looks like I posted it online and I forgot to let me just send you the tweet I did. Just try to chat while I do this.
Chat? Why are you an idiot?
So it's a deal.
Hey, look! Oh, follow.
Oh,
look at it.
Obnoxious followed.
Obnoxious? Oh my god. He's not being obnoxious. He's actually following me. Thank you. I probably should have followed. Oh yeah, here's the tweet. How did I share this?
I started my manga collection and I love it. I've bought I don't know if you collect or are knowledgeable in manga at all. Oh, oh yeah. Actually, never mind. Let's see. We saw it. Yeah. I bought the 35th anniversary of oh, that's cool. I bought the 35th anniversary collection of Akira, the hardcover version, and it's just Akira is just such a good manga. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Akira is iconic, 100%.
Actually, if you look at the back of my character, it's actually based on Akira.
Nice.
It says bad for society, good for apocalypse.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I better see a freaking picture of you doing the sliding bike thing. You know?
Nah.
Come on. So I did a picture of the retro room, the room I'm in right now. I did a retro thing, and you actually can see a little bit of my retro collection on there.
Mesmer figurine.
Yes.
That's so cool.
And it's attached.
The Snorlax, the little Snorlax on the pillow. My girlfriend has the same.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so good.
She
I got it from Anime Expo. I got it from Anime Expo. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I feel bad now because I feel like I still don't have a picture of my actual collections. Give me a second. I'm gonna do that right now.
Oh, you're good. I love how it's placed. I love how it's. I used to work at Toys R Us in the video game section, and my favorite thing was just to place all the little cool new things, and cool new games, and the glass shelves in front. That was my favorite part.
I wish I had the glass shelves kind of situation, but they're too expensive. It's so expensive. Like when you were talking about how you went to go pick some up from your with your van. I kind of just thought man, those things are so expensive. I've been trying to buy stuff like that for my statues, but they're always $300. I bought these shelves for literally $20 each, and I just put them up myself, and they just look great, look fine.
What's that big Devil May Cry thing?
That was a collection, actually.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I could see the little Final Fantasy down there. I see the PS1 dual cases.
Oh yeah, you know it. Well, actually, that's not Final Fantasy. It's Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, it was on 2 discs. It was on 3 discs as well. I didn't know.
Yeah, well, it's on 2 discs. I just have two of the same copies.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is the Devil May Cry collection, the 5th anniversary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So
and
is that all 3 games?
All 3 games, and they're still sealed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, this thing's actually worth $300 right here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I did actually a video going over all my retro collection and finding out the price of it. All my retro collection, all together with all of the systems, is about $5,000.
Oh boy!
I sold all of my games.
Oh man, oh boy, the most expensive game I have is probably definitely the Xenoblade Chronicles X thing. But I opened it, so it probably lost most of its value.
Well, you'd be surprised. So so I use this website.
Is it price charting?
Is price charting? Did I actually save it? Yeah, it's price charting. Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's not this one. It's the small one.
You said the collection, right?
Yeah, it's the special edition.
A special edition, yeah. So that one's going for, if you have it like with everything, even though it's not brand new, it's $112, which is still pretty good.
Yeah,
it's still really good. So I always rank.
My girlfriend paid $300 for that.
Oh, well, just hold on to it. Hold on to it.
I mean, the dude needs to make also profit when he sells this stuff, so I get it.
No, 100%. And like, there's the retro market and there's the retail market, and that's why I like GameStop is still like a thing. I still think, because they still like have the retro like games still priced at the retail market, so people will buy the retail games at retail market. So you'll see like Super Smash Brothers for the Melee for like $50, but you can sell that game for like $300 online. Yeah, that's the situation. So it really just depends on the situation. Like, that's why I still have my hookups with GameStop, because they still hook me up with the retro games and stuff. But yeah, I just want to show you my collection because like, I love retro. I'm slowly building it up. I saw like I think it was Sakurai at his house. They showed his house, and they showed his living room had all these boxes, and each box had a different retro system that he can plug into and play it. And that's what I wanted to do. So I did that same thing. So now I'm just trying to slowly build up a collection of like all the retro games, so I can just play a game whenever I want to. Really cool.
I still gotta play those games I bought. My problem is that I made a tweet joking about this at one point, but I made the joke that like my addiction was to buy old RPGs that are way too long, and I know I'm never gonna play them and finish them. Like, I bought Final Fantasy X, which is like the longest in the series, and then I bought Dragon Quest VIII, and then I bought like Xenosaga, and then I bought like another RPG. I bought Final Fantasy VII. I was just like, it's just
you know what's another really long series, but also really worth it? I definitely recommend you playing as someone who likes the retro look.
Persona?
Persona's great. Like, don't get me wrong. If you have not played it, definitely play it. But that's not the one I was talking about. I was talking about a game called Live a Live.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Definitely recommend it. It's the gameplay. Gameplay's a little bit to get used to, but after you get used to it, the story is really good.
After playing Final Fantasy VII, really opened my horizon on like more like classic JRPGs, like turn-based classic JRPGs. I feel like I'd be more down to try it.
Definitely recommend. I remember like back in the day, I could have been a huge Final Fantasy fan. Because I played Final Fantasy VII on the original PlayStation, and this was before I've never played a turn-based game before. The only turn-based games I've ever played was Pokemon. So I didn't understand how to play it, because it was like a turn-based game, but you waited for a bar to fill up, and then when the bar filled up, then the person moved. And I didn't understand that. So I kept on like getting attacked and not knowing that I needed to do something. So I couldn't get past the first enemy, so I stopped playing. Now I look back on it and I'm like, dude, that's such an easy mechanic. I just had to do something before the bar filled up. So like, I just didn't understand it. But if I did understand it and played it, I probably would be a lot bigger of a Final Fantasy fan to this day, you know.
I used to hate Cloud, Strife, and just Final Fantasy in general. And that kind of goes back to my point earlier that Smash Bros kind of influenced however I saw things, right? Because in Smash 4, Cloud was just very, 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 very strong. And whenever I played online, I would get destroyed by Cloud, and I didn't have him, and I didn't want to play him. So because of Smash 4, I just absolutely fucking hated Cloud and Final Fantasy in general. But now playing the remake when I got my PS5, that's when I was like, wait a second, this game is actually really good. Like, this is really story. And then I finished the remake, and then I went to play the original, and I'm like, this is even better than the remake. Like, I love this. I gotta experience more. And then I played Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm like, damn, this is dog shit. I love it.
Don't you love it when like you get into that kind of like newer games thinking it'll be better, and find out that, oh no, this is going backwards. It's going backwards.
That's something I kind of noticed with the looking back at the remake. The remake was just really, really underwhelming when I look back at it. They took the like kind of the most boring section of the game and just made a whole game out of it and padded the fuck out of it. Time compression, kitty, go fuck yourself. I know time compression is stupid. I know Final Fantasy VIII is stupid.
Time compression.
It's just time compression. You haven't played Final Fantasy VIII, right?
No, I have not.
So in Final Fantasy VIII, what the villain is trying to achieve is something called time compression, and they never explain what it is. They just say time compression and expect us to know what it is. And it's just so stupid. It's just like, and then like it's just.
We will compress.
That game, Final Fantasy VIII, I love it to death. It's one of my favorite games of all time now, but it's so flawed. It's very, very flawed.
Don't you love hating games that are just terrible? It's just fun. It's really good.
I love hating games that I love.
Into one singularity. Oh my god. Sounds like a game, like those old school, like that just stems in old school gaming knowledge when like things didn't make sense, but they say it in such conviction that you know something's wrong. Yeah. It's like time compression into one singularity, and Abel's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and you're like, what? Okay, well, let's stop that, whatever it is. I think it's bad, right? Yeah, let's just make sure you stop that guy, because he seems way too passionate about this one thing. We need to stop him, because he can't be passionate about something like that, you know? Yeah. That's the old school villains. So now new school villains all have like a trick to them. Like they were regular people, and then something traumatic happened to them. And now they're evil, and now you have to be simple. You have to be like feel sympathy for them, you know, like, oh my god, I feel bad to like attack you because you had this tragic backstory. But I remember back in the day, people just were evil just because they were just evil, you know?
I feel like it's something like, I feel like as the medium advanced, right, we can tell more and more interesting stories with better and better characters because people have more of the budget, more of the time to do all of this. So I feel like, yeah, before games were really just Bowser's evil. Go save the princess. But now it's like, you know, Well, why did Bowser get those peaches? Why is Bowser is lonely? That's why. Actually, that Bowser's like the only exception. That, like,
well, what about how Ganondorf? Ganondorf is just evil. He's an evil guy who does evil things. Like he doesn't really have a reason. He's just because.
Now it's just like with Skyward Sword, it's kind of like, oh, he was destined to always be evil and stuff. I feel like Nintendo. Well, no, that's not true. I feel like Ganondorf is just evil to be evil, and I feel like there's a lot of good villains that are just evil to be evil. I think Ganondorf is pretty good. I feel.
Oh, like explain.
I mean, he does, but that's not right. But I feel like there's other villains like that Nintendo could do. For example, like the villain from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the character is the villain is called Zed, and basically it's the manifestation of fear of everyone, and the reason why this character does what he does is because he wants to just keep everything stagnant, because since he's the representation of the fear of everyone, he doesn't want anything to change, because change makes people, you know, afraid. Makes people unsure. And I feel like that's a good villain. I feel like that's a good villain concept and stuff.
Which he does have a good reason, you know, like if he's the embodiment of fear, he don't want anything to change. So then that makes sense. He's not a bad guy. He just, like, you know, just doesn't want to change because fear is scary.
He's a bad guy. He's
a bad guy. He's a bad guy. He's a guy. But like that's what like the concept is, that you want to think of more of an empathetic kind of view on him. Which like there's nothing wrong with that. I like that. That is good character development, which a lot of villains need to have. But I also just remember sometimes just back in the day that like you just want to beat up a guy because he's evil, and that's it. That's all you want to do, is beat up the evil guy, you know. You see, if we go back to Wind Waker, oh wait, no, I have to do like this. If we go back to Wind Waker, we learn more about Ganondorf's reasonings as to why he wants to hire you. Don't worry, Kitty. I love you still. It's great. But no, I agree with you 100%. Like if you look back on it, like there's definitely some motives with Ganondorf, but like when I played Ocarina of Time, I just wanted to be Ganondorf because he just was evil. That's it. I didn't know why. I just wanted to be him because he was evil. So it's just like different kind of side of things.
You know what's crazy to me? Just kind of like off topic a bit. It's kind of crazy to me how like before stream we kind of said that we both love to talk about video games, and we've been on this question for like an hour.
Well, yeah.
Not, you know, I'm just saying because I think it's fucking. I think it's hilarious, but.
Like we can talk about video games all day long, and I don't mind it at all. I think it's actually really good.
We should start a podcast just
video games.
just talking about video games.
Yeah, no, I'm super down. I'm super down. I can talk about video games all day long, like about either the newer stuff, the old stuff, and everything like that. And it's just a lot of fun just to get into it. And I love your point of view. You do have a very interesting point of view, and I just like talking about it. So yeah, if you have anything, if you ever want to do that, hit me up. I'll be joining.
Absolutely. I'll yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be fun. Would you, Kitty? Would you watch it? Would you listen to that? Would you listen to us ramble about video games? Just ramble. Just go crazy over it.
And the worst part of it is that I know it would just be like, this game was good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
The entire conversation was just this was good in the game. This was good in the game. This was good in the game.
Well, yeah, but then we can also talk about like how like other games like didn't do a good enough job. Like how we talked about the differences between Astro Bot and Concord.
Yeah, Concord.
You know, there'll be some interesting topics. Yeah. And here's the thing, I think we both have different tastes in video games. That's enough that we both will have different like point of views on certain kind of things. Like because I didn't get into Final Fantasy too much.
Well, let me put it like this. What's your favorite game?
My favorite? I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. I love Metal Gear Solid. I love Mass Effect.
Well, see, that's the where it gets interesting. I don't really like Metal Gear. I'm gonna be honest.
Shameful, Sprite. Shameful. No, I'm joking. No, it's fine. Like I can definitely see that it's definitely a niche. And the reason why,
for me.
Well, yeah, like the reason why I love it so much is because of like two really important elements, and that's one, it means a lot to me. Me and my brother bonded over it as we were growing up, and we didn't have a lot of money to play, so we just played Metal Gear Solid all the time, and we tried to play it as much as possible, trying to get all the achievements. So it just meant a lot to me personally. But also, I just love the element of like the third wall breaking, the fourth wall breaking, because there was so many elements that they added to the game that makes it so unique and different. Like I still, to this day, no one can argue this against me. I think the Psycho Mantis boss fight in Metal Gear Solid is the best boss fight ever, because you literally had to physically change yourself in real life to beat the guy. So I think that's so cool.
Have you seen an Astrobot actually? Because there's Psycho Mantis as a little Astrobot, right?
What? In the new Psycho? Oh my god, there's Metal Gear Solid in that game?
Yeah.
Dude, I need to play it now.
And the cool thing, right, is that all the characters all come with like a little accessory. So like Gray Fox would come like a katana, right? And Snake would come with the box, right? Well, Psycho Mantis comes with a CRT TV with a PS1 plugged in, and the controller of the PS1 vibrates.
Yep, because he controls with his mind. Yeah. See, that's so cool for me. That's so freaking cool.
And like, there's just a little TV, and it just plays the Psycho Mantis boss fight. So I think that's really cool.
I like that.
The fact that he reads your memory card as well.
Yeah, that's so cool. And back when I first was playing it, when it first came out, that was just such a huge mind F. You know, like you just like, what? You have to do it like
you like Castlevania, don't you?
I was like, how'd you know? What the frick? Like you couldn't really go on with the story until someone said, hey, you should read on the back of the box.
And it's the actual box.
So you like look behind the box, like, what the frick? It's actually right there, you know? And every single remake of the game always will have a picture of that same symbol on there. So and then that's just like now every single, no matter what new game comes out, whatever remake, they still have to attribute that same Easter egg in the game, or else it wouldn't work. You know, it's just so cool. It's so cool. And that's why I love that game so much, because it like innovates the gaming industry to like crazy level before any other game did it. So again, I encourage Metal Gear Solid Forever.
In Sons of Liberty, at one point the colonel is just like, turn the console off, right? And
yeah, turn it off.
It's all a game.
It's all a game. He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, come on, take a break. Go outside and touch grass. It's like, what's going on? I
think though, my favorite fourth wall breaking moment in Metal Gear is when there's one part I think in the first game where they're like, oh, use your ears, right? And if you have the game set on mono, the characters make fun of you for having a mono TV.
Yeah.
That's just so funny.
It's like, oh wait, you can't actually listen to this because of mono TV. Wow, why did you have mono TV? Why do you have that? Like, seriously, man, come on. Okay, here, I'll just give you the answer, but geez, upgrade your TV, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
I know. I love that kind of like fourth wall breaking. Like,
that's cool.
like I always like. Not the same, but I do like games when they do stuff like that, like Doki Doki Literature Club. You know, you literally had to go into the actual like files and delete the person's name, and then it changes the entire game. It's like, whoa! So this is really cool.
You need to play Eternal Darkness then.
I want to, like, I really want to, but I want to. So I, as a retro collector, I want to have the physical copy of the game before emulating. Because emulating is cool. That's understandable. Don't get me wrong, it's really cool, but just the feel of playing the game in your hands and playing in the old retro stuff, that's so much fun. So much fun.
I get that. That's fair.
Sorry, I was getting lunch, but there is a Zelda baddie that is just evil for the sake of evil. I recommend that game.
Kitty recommended me Eternal Darkness. That's why, because I remember I was supposed to stream once, and I just didn't know what to stream, and I just said I don't know what to stream, but recommendation, and Kitty said Eternal Darkness. I'm like, all right, fair, and I just downloaded it. Like, that was like 5 minutes before the stream.
Well, no, go for it. Like I've been wanting to play that for a while, but again, I want to get it physically, and again, it's like super expensive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kind of holding on. Right now, I'm actually looking into the old retro Fatal Frame games.
Yeah. And
I just found out there's a physical copy of Clock Tower, which is a very old school horror game that came out a long time ago that I'm thinking about playing for like October month of like horror games. And I found one for
game?
It's a PS2 game. There is a PS1 game. Okay. There is a PS1 game, but there's also Clock Tower 2, which has a little more newer features, you know? Because I could play the old school like turn like this like sliding part where the guy would come around with scissors. I was thinking about playing that one, but I do want to get a little bit more newer. I kind of want that like 3D elements onto it.
A game I kind of want to try is what's it called? Kingsfield, the Kingsfield from Soft.
Ooh, I'm gonna look that up. I want to see that. That sounds familiar.
It's the the spiritual like predecessor to Dark Souls and stuff.
Oh yeah. You know what? That's why I have heard it. Dude, that looks difficult. I heard this game.
It looks so difficult. It's very, very clunky. Very clunky.
Good luck. I wish you luck. I will definitely watch you as you suffer. This would be good. I considered Crimson Butterfly for Fatal Frame. It's so good. So good. I went to a retro game store and I got the original copy of Fatal Frame for the Xbox. So I'll be playing that 100%. But I was going to get Fatal Frame 2, but that was like $300, so I couldn't afford that one. But that is on my list of things I want to buy. I want to get the Fatal Frame series. That'd be really cool. Man's want to go old from Soft. Yep. Yeah, super old. I love it. So cool. So cool. But yeah, anyway. Back to the interview.
Question 12?
Yeah, back to the interview. Again,
1 hour sidetrack.
Which I'm totally cool with. I love talking about this kind of stuff.
I'm good with it.
It's good. Back to you. If you could live in any video game or anime world, what world would you like to live in?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because I don't think you want to live in a Final Fantasy world.
Nah, well, I mean, there's so many different worlds.
True. Tangents are fun. They're always fun.
It's just, that's so hard. I'm trying to think of it. Anime or game? Fuck. That's harder than what's your favorite game to me.
You know, right? Like, what kind of world would you like to go into? Oh, Trick! I wanna live in like the 40K series. What? Warhammer 4K? No, do not do that.
Honestly, I don't know why. But something about the world of Hunter x Hunter really grabs me.
Hunter x Hunter, that'd be kind of cool. Like, I didn't really watch a lot of the anime, but I will definitely say that it does have an interesting world because, because there's items that you can So my rule, not really a rule, but like how I always thought about it is say you just yourself gets transported into that world.
Yeah, you still have to live by the rules.
You have to roll by rules, and you're not anyone special. You know, like you don't go into like Dragon Ball Z and become a Saiyan.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But with Hunter x Hunter, a lot of their abilities come from like some items they can get, so you could still do pretty well like there.
Yeah,
I think, right?
I don't know. There's just something so that with the world of Hunter x Hunter, there's just so much charm to it, right?
Mm-hmm,
And it's not like One Piece. One Piece, I feel like I would say One Piece. I feel One Piece has a lot of charm too, but like One Piece is just such an awful world to be a regular person in.
Yeah, you don't want to be a regular dude in like One Piece. I don't know. Like, it'd be cool to go into like the ship and like, get all the nice food. Though. Yeah, the food looks really good. The food looks.
Either that or like or Attack on Titan would be cool to live in.
What? What? Nani?
Not that one.
No, do not live in that world. Look, there are actually people who want to live in Warhammer 40k. I'm just like, okay, but why? Yeah, no, like unless I'm like this giant muscle-bound like soldier, then yeah, it'd be kind of cool. But if it's just me there, yeah, no, I'll probably die in like an instant. You know, I won't do very good. I won't do very good there. I'm gonna go into One Piece and steal someone's devil fruit. That'd be cool. Like that's actually a good question. If you did go into the One Piece world, isn't all the devil fruit eaten by now?
No, there's still some.
Okay.
I'm sure, like, until we get, like, the thing with One Piece with devil fruits, just devil fruits is just, like, their nature and stuff is just such a mystery still, that it's like, are there a lot? Like, how many are there, right? How many are there devil fruits?
That'd be crazy. Because if that's the case, I thought like everyone, there's so many people with devil fruit powers, I just assumed that they're all gone by now. But like if it's infinite, then that would be kind of cool to be like go into there and just like come across one. But I'm guessing they're pretty hard to find. And if you do try and find one, you'll probably come across a person who already has devil fruit, and you'll probably not last very long with that guy.
Or you're gonna have like a dog shit like devil fruit. Yeah,
like pokey, where you can pick your nose and they'll go into your brain or something. I don't know. Let's go into a Ghibli studio movie. We live tragic war with slightly whimsical aspects. You know, I would say like Kiki's delivery service would be kind of cool.
I've never really been into Ghibli movies.
They're really cool. Like they're like old school Disney kind of feel to me. So if you like old school Disney like films, Ghibli's videos are really good.
I get that's the feel like I got from it. Yeah,
that's kind of, it has a little more of a darker tone, obviously, but it definitely is really cool. I'm taking Trico into the graves of the fireflies with me. Why me? What did I do?
I feel like the objective. I know it's a very subjective question. I feel like if there is one objective answer, it'd be like Stardew Valley or something, or Animal Crossing.
That's a very common answer to this question. A lot of people that do Animal Crossing stuff. That I choose Pokemon because freaking Pokemon, anyone can be a Pokemon master. That's literally the whole point of it, is that you can become a Pokemon. And I just love Pokemon so much. Pokemon's just great. Nope.
That's the thing also I like about the Hunter x Hunter world. Anyone can become like a Nen user, right? If you the thing with Nen is that it takes, you need to train it. You know, you need to train.
True, 100%. But also, he can just be your friend. You froze, my friend.
Yeah, I think I froze. What is happening? Hold on. Oh, it's probably Wardo that crashed. Hold on. I'm gonna be gone for just a second.
No worries, it's totally good, it's totally good. But going back to
let me just turn everything off.
He finally blew up. He finally blew up. He blew up.
More like my computer blew up.
I'm just gonna hide you right there for now. Let me know when you come back. But yeah, going back to what you were saying before, like yes, Pokemon, you do have to train them, but also they also could just be regular pets. You don't even need them to really have like abilities. Like I talked about this on my Twitter post. No one really responded to it, but I think this is because it's kind of like a random thing to talk about. But I just like the idea that like, can we just get like an Animal Crossing game with Pokemon? I would love to just live a Pokemon world with no battling, just like chill, you know?
Yeah. I like that.
I'm going to go into Kingdom Hearts universe and understand literally nothing. Exactly. I actually reached out to a couple people.
Back.
Oh yeah, let me see. Let me bring you back up. Yo, boom. There you are.
There we go.
Cool, awesome. Good to see you again in your
there we go.
fleshy flesh. Actually, yeah, are you flesh? Like, is just your head like metal, or is your body like metal too?
I know, it's just a mystery to me. I don't know what I am.
I wonder. I'll ask your girlfriend next time and see like how you feel, you know, how you feel. Going back to questions. This, you probably won't really have an answer to this one. I like to ask this question to a lot of different people, but you probably won't really have much of an answer to it. But I ask it anyway, because I ask it to everyone. If you could collab with any VTuber out there, no matter how big or small they are, who would you like to collab with?
I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, right? I don't really have any like idols. I don't idolize anyone. I just want to collab with cool people and with my friends and stuff. And you know, there's a lot of people I can mention. I know there's Bambrass. I collabed with him Friday. And it was really fun.
That's fun.
Be a Big Shot.
Yeah, B is great.
I collabed a few times with her, and it was great. Ectomama, that was in the call or in the chat earlier. You know, I collabed with her a bunch of times, and it was really fun. Honestly, I really don't have anybody like specific, right? To me, it's just all the people I love and like cherish. I don't really look at someone. I don't really look at someone and be like, my first thought when I see someone new, right, is not I want to collab with them. My first thought is more, oh, I wonder, you know, who they are. I want to know them before I collab, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. That's kind of like how I'm seeing this.
And that's actually why I asked it that very specific way. If you can collab with them, no matter how big or small they are, because some people just want to collab with their friends that they just haven't collabed with in a while. You know?
Yeah.
You know, like that's why I would say like if you want to collab with someone, it sounds like you just want to collab with people you already collab with, and you just want to do another get together.
I mean, you too, Kitty, but stop being a pussy and ask me to collab.
Oh, snap. Getting called out, Kitty. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
I'm not going to do it.
Called out.
I'm a pussy too.
You guys being called out right here on the show. Guys, go hang out with each other. Go hang out with each other. Hang out. Cool. I love it. All right. Oh, any goals you would like to accomplish? Anything you'd like to do next with your streaming career?
Honestly, that's I feel that's one of my problems. I don't give myself goals, so a lot of times I feel like I lose motivation. But honestly, I just want to make videos because I just want to make videos and I want people to see it. Not so I can like get a bunch of views and stuff. I just want people to see what I make, and I just want it to have an effect on them. I just want people to smile at my jokes or just look at my commentary and be like, "Oh, that's interesting," and you know, stuff like that.
Nice.
I feel like a lot of people, right? I feel like like you said you watched my Dark Souls 2 videos. But something I'm kind of scared of, especially with these videos, is that in these videos I kind of criticize a bit, and something I'm always scared of is people just kind of hating for no reason and just kind of putting comments. But I feel like a lot of times when I'm criticizing, I kind of just am very vague and don't criticize a lot. And just because I don't want people to be mad at me because I got something wrong. But at the same time, I look at that and I feel that that's a goal I want to accomplish. I want to get better at that. I want to just, okay, well, no, I don't care what anyone says. If they correct me or say I'm wrong, I'm just wrong and I can correct myself. I just can get over it, right? I can't improve if I don't make a mistake to be corrected on, right? So that's the goal I kind of really want to get into and do more.
I agree.
Make more videos.
No, and I like that. Really quick, yes, I do have Star Rail music in the background, and I do like that game. It's a really good game. I recommend it. For someone who likes RPGs, you might like that game too. But anyway,
no, I tried.
Gotcha games, yeah.
The gotcha game. I tried ZZZ, right? To me, and I made the mistake of also purchasing Devil May Cry 4 the same day and playing that before. So I started playing that game when it came out, and that game to me is just key jingling, funny haha animation, booby jiggle physics.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
There's nothing for me in that game.
No, and I got you. Like, nothing wrong. Like, I love that game. I think it's just really fun. I love the theming, I love the characters of that. I kind of like, yeah, neurons activate on some of the characters, but I think it's still fun. I think it's really cool.
I like some of the character designs. I feel like some other characters are kind of like way too like.
It's like,
okay.
whoa. Yeah, no, I got you. Going back to what we were talking about before, though, I definitely can see that 100% when it comes to like the kind of goals you want to do. Yeah. You just want people to see it, and you have a opportunity that you wanted to improve on, where like people are going to criticize your stuff. And all I tell you, as someone who's been like streaming and content creating for a while, is that you're already going to get that no matter what you do. You can have the best situation and someone will still like talk trash about it, but here's the thing, you don't have to respond to it. You can just see it like, oh, okay. Like, I remember I think I talked about some kind of video about like Overwatch or something like that, and someone said that, oh, this guy doesn't even look at the blog. And even though I did look at the blog, there's really no point in me like talking to him about it, you know, because I obviously did and talked about it. I'm not going to go into his chat like, actually I did see the blog, because that wouldn't do anything, you know. So I just ignored it. You know, I just moved on.
On the Dark Souls video, someone said at one point, because I criticized something, how the hitboxes or whatever, like the moveset are weird, right? And then someone said, well, oh wow, you're so good at your dog shit at the game, you used the wrong weapon and then you did the exact same thing. And I responded not like angry, like, actually you're wrong. I kind of did a joke, jokingly, kind of like, oh, well, I guess I did mess it up, right? And then they responded with another kind of comment, kind of hating, being sarcastic and stuff. And I was like, okay, dude, I just didn't respond to that.
Yeah, sometimes people just like to poke the bear. That's literally it. And I usually just like, okay, there's no point really talking about that. Like, I always like, if someone give me a creative criticism saying that actually they said this in the blog post, and I'm like, oh snap, you know what? I actually do remember him saying that. You're right, you know, like something like that. If they do like actual criticism, but if they just said, you're terrible at this, I'm like, oh, okay, well,
all right,
move on, continue my day, kind of situation. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, though. I definitely agree with that. And yes, Kitty, you gotta get your stuff together. You gotta get the overlays. Actually, you don't even need to do overlays. My overlays is just my box and my name in the corner, and that's my overlay.
Same. I got something pretty simplistic too.
Yeah, simplicity is the best way to do things. No, it's really good, but I like it like simple. You know, keep it nice and simple.
Give me 2 seconds. My cat is licking her wound.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Your model like flipped out for a second, like literally turned around. That was crazy. Nate, so he's out. Whoa. There's some yoga poses going on from him. He's going crazy.
Yeah, I'm just yeah.
I wish I could, like, how flexible do you have to get? Like, dang, that was like some really good moves right there. Jeez.
Elastic, you know?
Yeah.
Gomu no mi.
I know, right? Exactly. I need to try better. Please stand by. Doing cat things. Oh no. Google, are you ready for the last question of the night?
Yes. Hold on. She's very worries me because she got her operation recently, and I don't know if she's licking her womb or just licking the rest, or like under it. So yes, I am ready.
All right, cool. Awesome. Keep your eye on the cat though. Make sure he doesn't lick the wound. That's actually really bad for him. Really.
Yeah. Her name is Aerith.
Aerith. Oh. My cat's name is Maxwell. You'll see him every now and then. You'll see him now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love cats.
I love cats too. Cats are great. Next question, the last question actually, and I love this asking this question because I've asked this to everyone and they all have different points and views on this. So this question is, do you have any advice for those who might want to get into streaming or VTubing?
Well, from my point of view, I feel like being yourself and doing what you think is funny is way more important than just following whatever everyone else is doing. I feel that that's my biggest thing. You might not get as much views or likes or whatever, and if that's what you want, get views and likes, do whatever you want, do follow the trends. But if you just want to have fun, you don't have to follow anything. You don't have to follow anything. Nobody tells you what to do. You do what you want to do. And if you want to, if that means making fun of a stupid trend that you think is stupid, go ahead. That's pretty much my thing. Just be yourself, and that's being yourself is way more important than following all the trends.
Yeah, just have fun. I think that's the main thing.
Have fun,
just enjoy yourself, you know? Like, if you want to do those following trends because you think it's fun, then follow the trends and have fun with it, you know? Like, I would say, like, if you enjoy doing something, do it 100%. But don't do it because you want to get, like, famous or, like, money and all that, or want to grow faster. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you want to have fun, you know? That's what I love about VTubing so much, is that you are literally playing a character that you really do like. You know, you had this character pretty much represent you, and you take this character and it represents yourself, and you do the things you want to do. And I think that's so much fun. It's so interesting, you know?
It's just kind of, to me, unfortunate that people just go back under all these little, oh, I'm a cat girl, right? It just, people, I feel, sometimes lack originality, and I feel like some people are scared to stray away from this whole, like, pre-concept thing that's like, oh, cat girl, or, like, stuff, everything, you know, everything that works, right? I feel like people are scared because they're like, oh, well, it's not going to matter because nobody's going to care. Trust me, people are going to care. If you're yourself and you show it, and you show how much passion you have, people will care.
100%. Like, that's why I like interesting character designs, and like that's why like whenever I reach out to someone, I always like reach out for someone, like why they're like that. So that's why I like doing this show. It's like literally in one, meeting new people, which thank you for coming on my show and introducing myself to you.
I probably was yoga again. I just
a little yoga, a little just showing off your flexibility, man. Jeez, I need to get better at doing this. I need to get better. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You'll go. Awesome. There you go. Good stretch.
Well,
good stretch.
Well, it was awesome. Sorry, it's just she was leaking right next to it. It just
Stop it. But yeah, no. Like, thank you for coming on my show. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It was really fun.
Yeah, it's fun too, and hopefully we can hang out some more. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Like, definitely be interested in that podcast. Definitely let me know.
Yeah. Well, shit, when you come on Smash Talk.
Yeah, let me know when that is going to be. I'll try to make some time.
I could give you a date right after the stream.
Yeah, do it. I'm down. I'm super down. I haven't played Smash in a while, but I'd be down. We'll
be good. We'll be good.
We'll be good. We can be chill. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for joining in. You guys are all freaking amazing. It's great to see you guys. Great to meet you guys. We actually going to be hosting these kind of things each and every week, so I hope you stay tuned and check out some more of these. But where can people find you, my bomby friend?
You can't find me. I'm just invisible.
He's invisible. Is invisible. He's totally doesn't have.
Don't even say my name.
He totally doesn't have a Twitch that I just shouted out. Totally did not.
With a card in the whole about section with everything.
Well, go check him out. Good job.
I'd appreciate if y'all check me out. I do YouTube. I'm mostly on Twitter. I try to make videos. I'm very, very inconsistent about that. But yeah, hopefully that could change and I can make more.
Hopefully. The consistency is where it's at. Like, that's like what really helps people grow is the consistency. So if you can get a good schedule set up, then you'll definitely get that. Cool. Awesome. Well, again, thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you so much, Oblivious. I really appreciate all the stuff that you've gone for. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I do like your style, and I really like what you make. So I can't wait to see more of it. You're really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Now, I always like to give the first opportunity in all my ending of my streams to raid someone. Do you want us to raid someone?
You should raid that TrickcoTTV guy. He looks pretty cool.
It'd be hard to raid myself. It'd be really hard to raid myself.
Well, you know what? Let's raid my next guest for Smash Talk because they are awesome. I sent you the name.
So let's raid.
This Sandy Sanda is awesome. So and they're gonna be on Smash Talk this week. So yeah. Let's
go meet him. I'm going to check him that out. So let's go. Sweet. The streamer right now, they're doing Stardew Valley, a nice chill stream. They have a very adorable attire. I like it.
Well, it's actually based on a Sandile, on the Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool. Sandile.
Yeah, I'm a huge Pokemon fan.
I like it. I like it. Well, let's see what if they got reincarnated into an anime or video game world. I wonder what world would they pick.
Hell yeah, let's see it.
That's it. But again, thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys all freaking amazing. We'll see you guys next time, and I will see you next time later. So don't leave Discord yet. Don't leave Discord, okay?
No, yes, don't worry.
Cool. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.
You can't see it.
What, you winning? You winning?
I'm waving.
Oh, waving. Okay, I was like, he wins. He wins this show.
I win.
I win. Yes. Bye, everyone. Bye.